Hey everyone, it's been a little while. I think it's been what, like 2 weeks since we were live?
2 weeks since I was live, 3 since you were live.
I know. So
Yes.
for those of you who were patiently waiting for us to come back, I was super sick as soon as I got to Origins, which was awesome. I got the flu and I had no voice, I think, for like a week and a half. So I was off work, just went back today. Hence the reason we are back with our stream today. So I sound much better, but if you hear any videos from Origins, I sound horrific. So glad my voice is back.
So welcome back to you, and welcome back to your voice.
Yes, so thank you. So we decided, hey, why not? Let's do Elder Sign, which is a great game, but 99% of the time I don't make it.
We'll change that.
Let's cross our fingers
We'll
that
change that.
is not the
Yes.
case. So before we jump in, my name is Mandy. If this is the first time watching, I'm also known as the Board Gaming Pinup Girl. And you'll catch me on YouTube under To Die For Games. I'm also on Facebook under To Die For Games. Twitter, Board Gamer Pinup Girl. Instagram, Board Gaming Pinup Girl. My goodness, there's so many names. And you find me here on Monday nights at 8 p.m. with Michael on the Twitch channel.
Yes, so I am Michael, and known as Pollum on Instagram, Pollum, P-A-W-L-O-M, and on Twitter, Pollum21, and here every Monday night at 8.
Oh, and how can I forget? Dice Tower contributor, so you'll catch me on there quite a bit. So today we are doing Elder Sign, and it's published by Fantasy Flight Games, created by Richard, if I'm pronouncing this right, Launius, and Kevin Wilson. So I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. And
Pretty sure you got Kevin Wilson right.
Yeah, we'll just go with that.
Yeah.
So I apologize in advance. And it's cooperative. Woo!
We will work together. So yes, we are going to try and hunt down Yig. So I've got Yig on. He will come up on the screen. But this is basically who we're going after. That's the Ancient One that we're going to try and hunt down, and we're going to be doing that through various locations in the Miskatonic Museum. So to try and complete the various locations, we're going to be rolling dice. We get 6 green ones to begin with each turn, unless a green one gets locked, and I'll explain that if and when it happens. And then there are 2 special dice that we can earn through various items and effects that can happen in the game. But I think we could probably just kind of go into it, and then I'll just explain as we're going along as different things come up.
I think that's probably a good idea.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
All right.
So let's jump right in. And nobody judge my nails. I need them done. So, just FYI.
Don't judge my needle. All right, so to start off, we'll explain the 2 investigators that we're playing as.
Yes.
So I'm playing as Kate Winthrop, who is the scientist. Each character card has their base stats, so you've got health on one side and sanity on the other side, and then you've got starting items down here at the bottom. So Kate starts with a spell and a rare item. And there are 4 different smaller decks of cards here that you can pick from. So you've got common items, rare items, spells, and allies. Allies are much more rare to actually get. It's not too often you can get an ally, but they can be a much stronger ability for them. And you are starting with?
So I usually put this character on the app and in the game. So Mandy, but Mandy with an I, Thompson. And so my special ability, once per day after any player has rolled, I may re-roll 2 dice before determining if the active player was able to complete a task. I seem to gravitate towards these types of skills. And I believe I start with a common item. I do, which gives me an additional red die when I'm going to be completing a task.
And?
Oh, yes, and my clue,
Yes,
little
and
footprint.
So the way the clues work is once you've rolled, you can use a clue to then re-roll any of the dice that you wish to. You can save some and then re-roll the rest. For my starting items, I have a spell which lets me discard it to fully restore any investigator's stamina. And then I also have a red die to use. And these cards are one-time use. Once you use it, you discard the card. So they can be powerful, but you want to use them at the right time. All right, so to start the game, we have the 6 locations of the Miskatonic Museum set up that we're going to be going through. Every time you finish a location, you're going to draw a new one to fill it back up to 6. There are situations where we may end up with spare rooms that we're going to put off to the side. If you complete one of those rooms, you don't replenish from whichever deck it came from. Only the original 6 are the ones that you're replenishing. So we have those set up. We have the clock set at midnight. Every time one of us takes a turn, the clock advances 3 hours. And every time it hits midnight, we need to resolve a mythos card. Never a good thing.
Nope.
And to start the game, we will be resolving our first mythos card.
Dun.
So each mythos card is split into 2 sections. There's a top and bottom half to it. The top half is immediate. The bottom half happens the next time the clock strikes midnight. So in this case, the top half is Sudden Terror. Add 1 Doom token to the Doom track, and a monster appears. Wow, that's a pretty rough
pretty
start.
terrible right off
Now,
the bat.
the flip side of that is at midnight, there is no lingering effect because that first effect is so punishing, they're not going to punish us again.
Right.
But that is pretty punishing. So, adding 1 Doom token to the Doom track. I will show you Yig now. So you do have an example of Yig up on the screen. I'll show you the card here. So the way this breaks down is you've got the 8 spots to put Doom tokens. If 8 tokens get filled on here, that's when Yig comes out and we need to fight him, which most likely means we're actually going to die at that point. It shows here how he attacks, and I'll take care of that when and if we get to it. Hopefully that will not have to happen. And then he has his own effect on the game as well. So with Yig, he has what's called Yig's Anger. Sounds pleasant. Each time an investigator either completes the task on a cultist monster marker, or an investigator is reduced to 0 sanity or stamina, the investigators lose 1 elder sign if they have any. And elder signs are what we're trying to get to win.
Correct.
So again, looking at his card, in the middle, that 10, we need 10 elder signs to win. If we get the 10 elder signs, we seal the portal, and we've saved the world. He does not get released. But if the 8 Doom tokens come out first, then he does come out to play, and he doesn't play nice.
No, he does not.
So getting back to our mythos card here, the first thing is add 1 Doom token to the Doom track.
Oh, you know, happy birthday.
And one more thing I'll show you on this card is on that Doom track, anything that has that, it's almost like a butterfly moth type picture, means a monster is going to come out. So the first part of that card, Doom token on the Doom track.
Yay.
Pick a monster.
This should be entertaining. There we go.
And before we resolve that, the other part of that card is a monster appears, which means, would you like to take another one?
Gladly.
Okay, now, monsters are going to be placed in the locations. I will show you, let's see here, we've got 3 different places they can be placed.
Yep.
I'm going to show you a couple different examples. The monsters are going to be placed anywhere that you have these white boxes around your objectives. All of these squares are the objectives for a room, and I'll cover how those work. But for now, the monsters go into the squares with the objectives. So in the case of this room, that white square is actually a rectangle. It's covering 2 squares, so it will cover the whole thing. Now there are some locations where that white box might only be over 1 part, say over this one. So it would be an extension from that one. But if we get one of those, I'll show you a close-up of it.
All right.
This also means that in this case, the monster task is going to replace what the locations task is for that spot. There are some that just have blank white squares. That means the monster is actually adding to the goals required for the locations. So what do we have?
We have a lock on the red die, which is not so good.
Okay, and that is a High Priest.
Yep.
And he has a requirement of a Terror and a Peril.
Yevers.
And
we have a Witch.
A Witch that has 2 perils. Okay, so both of these require 2 dice. So covering up this one does not make it any more difficult in the sense that it already requires 2 dice.
That's right.
And both of these would require 2. But these we will be making more difficult.
Yes, that is true. That is correct.
All right. Well, I say let's throw that one over here.
All right.
And this one I'm going to show you a close-up. So here we have a High Priest. So on the back, it tells you what it is. The 1 that's here is the trophy that you get when you defeat it. But then looking at the front, it shows you what the requirements are to defeat it, plus it has that red locked symbol. And what that means is when we put that out,
not good.
And I'm not sure where.
It doesn't matter.
I say we go there. When that goes out, the red die is actually locked on it. So even though we have cards that allow us to get the red die, we cannot get the red die until we defeat that creature to release it. Then we can use our cards again.
No-go.
So that's going to be sort of an important target for us to go for. Now, if you defeat the monster and not the room, that's fine. As long as you defeat the monster, that will unlock the die. Well, that is a fantastic start, isn't it? Not even first turn, and already there's 2 monsters out there and 1 Doom token on the Doom track. Okay. We didn't discuss who would go first. We had everything set up, but...
You do not want me rolling first in this circumstance.
Okay, so I'll go first.
It's never a good thing.
Now, special abilities. We haven't covered that yet. You'd covered yours. I don't think I actually read mine out.
I don't think you read yours.
No. So with my special ability, monsters cannot appear during my turn. Now, this wasn't actually during my turn. This was during the setup. And anytime we look at a mythos effect, a mythos card, that isn't during any one player's turn. That's separate from a player's turn. So it doesn't have an effect on that. What it does have an effect on is, I'll show you another location card. That symbol at the bottom here, again, that's that moth type symbol. That means the monster spawns. So if I was to go into that room and get that effect, I don't have to worry about the monster spawning. So that's one of the goals I'm going to go for. So monsters can appear during my turn. Also, in addition to that, she is immune to all terror effects.
That's pretty slick.
So terror effects are not fun. I'll show you one, but I'll explain the rest as we encounter them, because we will encounter them. So on the cards, not all rooms, but some rooms have a box at the top here that says terror. And if you roll a terror result on a die, which is the tentacle side.
Tentacles, tentacles, tentacles.
So if you roll that, that's the terror. And if you roll that and not complete one of the objectives on the card, you then need to resolve whatever that effect is. So in the case of the card I was just showing you, you would have to discard all dice showing the terror results. So if you get a roll with 3 tentacles and you don't resolve anything, you lose 3 dice.
Tentacles. I like that word.
Tentacles.
Tentacles, tentacles, tentacles.
So yes, I get to actually ignore the terror effects, and as it stands right now, we have 4 locations that have terror effects. So I should probably start trying to go for some of those.
Yep.
Minimum 4 dice required to complete.
It would be nice though to unlock that.
It would be nice to unlock that. Yes.
I think that would be wise.
Yeah. Although that is one that you could also go for.
True.
Without a negative effect with the terror effect, because the terror effect on this room is discard 1 trophy of your choice. Trophies are, like I showed you on the back of the monster, there was a point symbol there, and every room has a point symbol on it as well. So each of those individually are trophies. When you discard a trophy, you do not get change. So if you discarded a room worth 2, you can't get 1 change back. That is a 2-point trophy. If you discard that, you're discarding it as a whole. So obviously, if you had any 1-pointers, you'd discard those. In this case, we don't have any trophies yet because we're just starting. So both of us could go in there and not have to worry about that terror effect.
Exactly.
And the only thing I'm not liking for myself is that, because I only have 4.
Oh, you're at 4, so 1 less than me.
Which isn't that big of a difference. Okay, I'll go in there.
See, not so bad.
So everybody starts at the entrance. There are various things you can do at the entrance. I'll cover that in a bit. So for now, I'm going to go to the late night break-in. Should I read the flavor text?
Can, if you'd like.
I certainly can't upside down. The flavor text on this is in a font that I actually have a bit of difficulty with. Let's see. There are some with knowledge of the museum's mysteries who would use those secrets for their own selfish purposes. This is the late night break-in. All right. So I'm going to the late night break-in.
Okay.
I get 6 green by default, and I don't have anything to give me additional dice except the red, which is locked. So hopefully I can unlock that. So the way this works is you get to roll all the dice, and then you're trying to resolve the various goals on the card. Now in this case, to get the monster, I would need a terror and a peril, and it has to be done at the same time. Or the bottom part is 6 investigation results.
Ooh. And this one's nice because you can do it in any order.
Yes. And I have not done that, and I don't have any clues.
Oh wow!
So which means I'm going to have to re-roll. Now, the way that you re-roll, first of all, you can focus a die on yourself, which means you can save 1 when you go to re-roll. So I'm going to save a 3 because that bottom requirement is 6, which can be a little bit difficult. 3 is the highest on the green dice. The yellow goes up to 4, and the red goes up to 3, but also has a wild on it, which is nice. I'm going to save that 3, and then to re-roll, I have to discard one of these. So every time you re-roll, you have fewer and fewer dice to use.
Red has 4.
Oh, it does have a 4.
It does have a 4.
And it has a wild.
Yes, and it has a wild.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so I'm rolling. I'm hoping to get either another 3 or a peril and a terror at the same time. All right.
Okay, I see some action there.
Yep. So I got the terror and peril. That's fine. So that completes the monster. So no matter what, I'm going to get that red die unlocked by the time this is done. Now, because I succeeded, I get to roll again without discarding any dice. The only time you discard dice is when you fail a roll. So I do get to go again. So I need a 3. No.
Oh, that's not good.
Now, in this case, I did roll a terror, and I did not succeed at my roll, which means I would have to suffer that terror result, which is discarding a trophy. But first off, I have no trophies. Secondly, my ability is ignoring terror effects. So that's where the bonus is helpful to Kate. So I do have to discard 1, and now the only thing I can do is a 3.
Yeah.
All right, so I failed that. So, first off, the monster does go.
Oh boy.
I get 1 trophy for that, and we've unlocked the red. However, I failed the room.
Yep.
So looking at the bottom of the room, on this side, in the white area, that is the reward for completing the room. On the other side is the penalty for failing the room. So not a lot going on here. It was either I get a clue for success, or I take a hit to my health for a fail. So I do lose 1 health for that. I'll throw that over here.
Okay.
I'll throw that over here.
Oh, sure.
And I stay in the room.
Yep. All right.
Then the clock goes forward.
Yes.
And over to you.
Where do we want to go? I guess we should probably focus on getting rid of these terror cards. Although my ability does not help me with terrors, but it does allow me some rerolls. What's feasible?
Could have used that for me as well.
Oh, I just thought about that, eh?
Yeah.
I forgot.
Never forget your character's abilities.
I always forget that on the clock. I always forget to move the clock forward. This looks doable. So that loading
Minimum 3 dice to do it. What's the terror effect?
Discard all dice showing
Showing the terror results.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's doable.
Sure.
Versus some of the other ones
Definitely leave this one for me because it
Yes.
has a terror effect and it releases a monster.
Right.
I get to ignore both of those.
That would be lovely. Yeah, because some of these are ones that I have to do in order, and I would rather have my yellow die. Or I can do this one here, but I will
You've
lose
mentioned order
sanity.
twice. I'll show them what you mean by order.
Yes.
So on a regular room, so that first one that I tried, this is the requirements now because the monster is gone. So 3 investigations, 6 investigations, and that can be combined over multiple dice. If you look at this room, it has an arrow right here, which means it must be done from top down. So you have to get the 3 investigations first. Then you have to get 2 perils. Then you have to get 2 lores. So that makes it much more difficult. You might not need as many dice. In this case, you need more. But just the fact that it has to be done in order does make it more difficult.
Yes.
So those are the rooms that you would normally go to once you've built up some items to assist you in completing the room.
I feel this is a safe room for me.
All right. Have at it. So this is the
loading dock.
The loading dock.
Let's see. What does that say? Good, Lord.
It is a tough font to read.
Here we go. Every corner was filled with wooden crates of every conceivable size. Quietly, I pried the first one open. Wow, that font is a doozy. All right, I don't get that, but I do get these green ones. So I need...
Now, if Mandi wanted to, she could use her item to get the red die.
Right.
I don't think it's necessary
Not
for this
in this
room.
one. I figured it's
But
fairly
now that it's
straightforward.
unlocked, it is available for either of us.
So I basically need 2... I have a couple of looking glass. level 3,
Yep,
and then the
investigation.
yes, and then
2 perils.
Thank you, perils. Okay, we can do it. We can do it.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one is done.
It is. And because that was a successful completion of an objective, she gets to roll again without having to discard any dice.
Correctmundo. Wow, that was a little aggressive. Okay.
And
I believe
quite
we
successful.
did that. So
Yes.
another peril,
no problem at all.
some investigations, and I didn't even have to use all my dice.
Nope.
Woohoo! So I get a common item.
Yes.
Ooh, yellow die.
Nice. So you're getting some options here. And that's sort of the best way to do this game. If you go for the hard rooms right away and you fail and you spend what few items you have at the start,
Right.
you're going to have a tough time clawing back because you don't have anything to actually work with to complete other rooms. So it's usually good to start off easy, get an item here, item there, start building up some stuff to work with, and then you go for those more difficult rooms.
Yep. So
So the room is done. You go back to the entrance.
that is correct. And
That room is worth 1 trophy. Now the trophies can be spent for stuff at
Actually,
the
no,
entrance.
I'll put it on that side.
I'll get into that a little later. All right, and then we bring out a new room, and
Ooh.
clock goes forward.
Whoa, that is whoa.
That is the Elder Sign.
Wow.
Yes, there's some punishing effects on that.
Okay.
So it's over to me. I got rid of the monster. I don't have to stay there.
Right. Are you going to try that one again, or are we going to try
I don't know.
monster? It'd be nice to get an elder sign, but the ones with elder signs are looking rough.
The way I see it, that needs minimum 4 dice. 4 dice.
Oh.
Could be done in 3 perfect dice, having 3, 3, 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's a perfect 4. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's 4 plus taking damage and sanity.
And has to be done in
that's
order.
3. So I'm thinking it's going to have to be one of these to start off. This one is best for me to resolve because of the terror effect I can ignore and the monster I can ignore.
That's right.
So I think I'm going to go over here, which is something has broken free. There's never like the lunchroom.
No.
You know, go have a bite to eat. No. Something is broken free. The ancient stone had weighed tons, and yet something had shattered it against the opposite wall of the gallery. Eesh. All right. Now, if I didn't have my effect where I get to ignore terror effects, the terror effect on this is you immediately fail the adventure.
Oh.
So if you get 1 terror, that's it, you're done.
Wow.
But I get to ignore that. So I need 3 dice. I need a peril and 2 terrors.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can do that with 6. I don't think I need to spend that.
That's doable.
Let's
So
see what
based
happens.
on the luck of the dice. Oh, and as I say that,
Well, I did get
you do get a peril.
the peril, so that's okay. That allows me to keep going.
Yep. Come on.
And I will. I need 2
Terrors.
terrors.
Wow.
Not a single terror.
That did not go as I would have liked.
All right. So I have to spend 1. Roll again. There's 2
Okay, there
terrors.
we
All
go.
right, those are done. Excellent.
Perfect.
Room is done.
What goodies do we get there?
Now, monster comes out, but my ability is monsters don't actually come out on my turn, so I get to ignore that. I get a clue. I am no longer clueless. That's sweet. I get a spell, which is a dice lock. I'll explain that in a second. And I get a rare item, the Blue Watcher of the Pyramid. After rolling, discard to change 1 die to a lore result,
Okay.
which is nice.
Which is useful.
So the spell that I got, that square indicates a die lock. So it's similar to what I was showing you with using your character's spot to focus a die. Same idea, but you lock it on the card. The difference being, locking it on yourself, it's a use it or lose it lock. If you end up not needing it, or you failed the room and didn't use it, it's gone at the end of your turn. Whereas if you lock it on a spell, it will stay there even if you don't use it in the room, which means somebody else that's playing could then use it if they wanted to in their next attempt. And it will stay there until either somebody uses it or decides they need to take the die to then roll it to get something else. And in either case, that card will be gone afterwards, because that is a one-time use, just like any other card. All right, back to the entrance. New card.
All right.
Clock goes forward.
And something else to mention, we were talking about this earlier. I play the app quite a bit, and there are slight differences in the app versus the game. So I have both, and it's slight, but yes, especially concerning the dice.
Yeah, I've played the app quite a bit as well. I think one of the differences is with those spells.
That is.
If you use a spell in the app, I believe at the end of your turn, the die is then gone.
It's gone.
But in this, if you lock it on that card, it will stay there until somebody decides they want to use it.
That's right.
Or decide, I need to actually use that die to get something else. And then another difference, I'll get back to that.
Okay.
Yeah. But there are a couple minor differences for sure.
So what do we want to do here? I have lots to work with here, so I can actually make attempts at rooms with elder signs. I can afford to lose the sanity and health because I have a slightly, well, I have a little bit more health than you do. And it's giving us an elder sign.
It's giving us an elder sign, but it's also putting another doom token on the doom track.
Or I can come up here and try and do this one, because this one gives us an elder sign and will give me a spell. And there's no terror.
There is indeed no terror.
Or I can deal with this monster down here. But I will lose a sanity if I roll a terror.
The tricky one with this is you not only do you need 5 dice to do it, it must be done in order.
Right, but I have
So if you were going to do that, yeah, I would probably end up using both of those. And if you fail, I guess we just don't talk of failure, right? Don't talk of failure.
Positive. Or I just do this one.
What was the result under that? That doesn't make it any easier.
No. But I figure if I'm going to go all out, I might as well do the other one and get an elder sign out of the deal.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with building up items as well. Like if you went with this one, you would get 2 common items and a clue.
True. But what? Seriously?
That's easier than this.
You think so? I think that's harder for me.
Well, look at it this way. You need 5 dice, right?
Yeah.
You only need 4 for that.
4. But if I don't roll 3, at least enough to get me the 3s, it's still a problem. And we all know how I roll.
Well, the odds of a 3 are the same as the odds of a... Like, I'm just looking at it as a pure 3, right? So that's 4 dice, that's 5 dice in order, which makes it even more difficult.
It makes it more difficult.
If you want to go for that, go ahead. You do still have your ability, and you're going to lose that after your turn. So if you want to try for that,
not?
all right.
Let's
you're
give her.
Feeling lights out.
Give her. So I'm going to actually use...
So spending both. All right. So you're going to want to make this, otherwise you're behind the 8 ball.
Do you want to put these back underneath, or how do you want to do this?
You can put them face up underneath, or just, if that's not in your way, you can leave them face up there.
Good.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Big money! What did I tell you? I do not roll these very well. So I could do it, but I would have to use 2 dice to do it.
Well, either way, you either use 2 dice to do it, or you discard one, which...
So you might as well just do that.
Now, if you're going to do that, I'd use one of the greens instead of the yellow.
Oh, yes, the green, yes, because of the...
Because the yellow gives you more options.
That's right. All right. Oops, shoot. I have faith. I have faith.
So now you need 2 peril.
I got 1. But I could... No lore. 1 lore. That's the one I have a problem rolling. What to do? So I could actually just kind of one aside. I do have my reroll situation. But I usually like to save that for the end. Which do you think is harder to come by?
They're both 1 and 6.
Ah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, right now
Same
we're focusing on this, so...
And that's what you need, yep.
So let's do that.
Okay.
And we got to lose 1.
Okay.
Green 1. Huzzah!
That's good.
Whoop. And now... That darn lore.
Yep.
Oh, this is going to be a doozy.
But you still have your ability.
I do.
You can do this.
Well, apparently not.
That's tough. All right. My recommendation...
Is to discard and then reroll, or reroll? 2, because I only get to reroll 2.
You only get to reroll 2. I would actually use the clue at this point. If you're going to...
No, we're going to do it.
For the
so
ring,
that,
all right, so that way you get to reroll all 3.
Right.
Yeah. There's 1. And now you can use your ability. You can't actually lock that.
No, I know.
Because you've already done it.
Right.
But you can use your ability to
reroll these 2 at
the
least.
other 2.
Okay, come on. Let's hope.
No.
that didn't really go as
Okay,
I would have
so-
anticipated. So we have to ditch that.
Yep. And yeah, you can't even.
Nope, I can't use
You can't
it.
focus it because you've already focused one. So now you need the perfect roll. 1 in 36. You can do this. Oh, you actually got one.
Unbelievable.
No, but that's not enough.
That's
All right.
unfortunate. Well, that's great. So I lose some health there.
You lose 2 health, and a doom token goes on the doom track.
Well, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Meh.
So you're going to be a little behind the 8 ball now because you don't have any items to use.
It's okay. It's
All right. Okay.
It's okay.
Clock strikes midnight. So we don't have any lingering effects, but we do have to resolve a new mythos effect. Shadowy entities. Add 1 doom token to the doom track
Oh.
unless there are 2 or fewer monsters in play. And there are indeed fewer. We have only 1.
Woo.
So we don't have to worry about anything now. And amid the stillness, there is no lingering effect today.
See? That's
All
not
right.
too shabby.
So it's back to me.
Yeah, maybe it shouldn't be as brazen as I was.
No, I think going for 5 that early,
It was close.
you needed.
It was close.
You needed more items. You need to build more so that you have more
I
to
know,
work
but
with.
I was willing to take a risk.
You want this to be a short night, don't you?
Gotta keep it entertaining.
All right, let's see here.
I'm actually gonna put that there so it doesn't confuse me.
Sure. All right, one thing I will mention, because this is a possibility now, if you have an ally at a location that you are at, you can actually get them to help you as well. So like we were showing you, if I was at this location and I rolled some dice, I didn't succeed, I can focus a die on myself and then discard a die to roll again to try and get my goal. If 2 people are at the same location, not only can I do that with myself, I can have somebody else assist me as well. So you can focus 2 dice. The downside is if you do not succeed at that room and somebody is assisting you, they're going to take a hit to their sanity or their health.
Yippers.
So you want to be sure that you're going to complete that room if you're going to ask help from somebody. And that was you. You were there.
Yes.
And I will not be going to that room because I don't think I am strong enough to get there. Although I do have a card that would let me get a lore for free. And I would have you there help. No, see.
You know you wanna.
No, I actually want to do all right at this. All right, let's see here. I might be able to do the elder sign.
Okay. I think you should just go for it. Well, you know what? Let's not be brazen, because look what happened there with me.
I might be able to do that one. So I will show you the elder sign. So the elder sign, again, it's going to have the must be done in order, so it's got that arrow. The symbols here, so I only need to get to start 1 lore, but as soon as I complete that, I then take 1 hit to my sanity. Secondly, I then also need to get 1 lore, but then I take a hit to my health. And then the last requirement is 2 investigations and a lore. So the order is a little difficult. The hits are a little punishing, but I think I'm going to try it.
All right. I don't think it's, well, it's, yeah, it's bad.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it.
I'm trying to rationalize it. It's pretty bad.
Also, when you are completing these objectives, you can only complete 1 objective at a time. So let's say I got the perfect roll, right? I roll 6 dice and I get 3 lore and 2 investigation in 1 roll. Doesn't matter. I can only resolve 1 of those, and then I have to re-roll anything else that is not locked. I could use a spell to lock something, but you cannot focus a die on yourself unless you have failed an objective. You need to actually be discarding a die to be able to focus 1 on yourself. But the spells you can use anytime. So having said all of that, I'm going to grab a red die.
All right.
Give myself better
Little
chances.
extra, yeah.
So I don't get the yellow, but I do have a spell that will let me change a die to a lore result, and I'm going to need 3 of those. So that's sort of a fail-safe there as well.
Yep.
Plus, we have your ability
That's right,
again
it's come
because
back
we're in a
into
new day.
effect. Exactly.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to go over here.
Give you some extra luck.
So I need a lore. I do not have a single lore there.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Well, though you do have a bit more sanity than I do. because that's what's going to happen.
Well, I'm going to use this right away.
Okay. On that one.
That way I don't have to discard. So this lets me change a die to a lore result.
Nice.
I'll put that there, and then I do take the 1 hit to the sanity.
Yep.
And that is gone.
Okay.
So I carry on. So I need another lore. And I did get it.
You did. That's fantastic. And then a hit
and then
to
I
the
take
heart.
1 hit
Shot
to the heart. Yeah. Now, this is exactly what I was talking about. I also have 2 more lore and 6 more investigation, which would work for that, that last requirement, but you can only fulfill 1 at a time. Now, what I could do, though, and I think I might, just to make sure I do this room.
And you do get it.
I'm going to also use this spell to focus that.
Okay. So it's guaranteed.
Guaranteed I have that. So really all I need to roll is 2 investigation. If I can roll a lore at the same time, then we can save this for Mandy's next turn.
Lord knows I'll need it.
So let's see. There's the 2.
Yep.
But I did not get a lore.
So
what I'm going to do, I haven't actually used my focus yet. I'm going to focus the 2.
Yep.
And let's just see if I can get a lore so that we can save that one.
Yep.
It won't hurt.
Hey.
Okay, that's fine. I'll discard that, see if I can get a lore. No. Okay, so then I do have to spend it off of that spell to complete that card.
Yes.
This is gone. And the room is done.
There you go.
So there was no downside to me trying a few more times. I already had it done. That was fine. But we may have been able to save that so that Mandy could use it on her next turn. So that's going to get me 2 trophy points. It's going to get me 2 clues.
And a doom.
And a doom.
Wow, we're just
Which
piling up those dooms.
does bring out a monster.
Lovely. Okay.
And it can go into the new room as well.
Darkion.
So hold on to that for a second.
Yep.
We'll keep finishing this. So we do get an elder sign, and that's the goal, are these elder signs. We're going to need 10 to win. So that's 1/10 of the way there.
We're close.
We bring out a new room, which locks the yellow die
Unbelievable.
in the Gala in the Great Hall.
Lovely.
And then the monster.
Which I think can only go in one place.
Yep,
Yep.
that's the only place to go. Which did make that room a little more difficult.
It sure did.
Now it needs at least 4 dice.
So contemplated going there.
All right. Now, once you don't have any more of those white boxes to put the monsters, and you have to draw a monster, you then add it to the bottom of any room. So you get to pick any room, but now it's not replacing any requirements. It's adding to all of the requirements in the room, which you don't want.
No.
No.
It's hard enough with just what's there.
All right, clock goes forward. Over to you.
Well, you know, it's not looking too hot for me right now. However, the mysterious tome is looking kind of good. Something I can actually do. Literally, it looks like there or there. So the ancient relics, but I lose a sanity if I roll terror here. But here, I would need 2 lore. It's pretty dicey. But I will get a clue and a spell. Ooh, was that opening a portal?
It is.
Wow. That looks kind of good. I think I might go there.
All right. Good luck.
All right, so I'm not going to try and read the text because that was horrific the last time I read that.
You want to give it a shot?
You know what? Here, let's see if I can do it. If it's
Okay.
terrible, I promise I won't regale you with any more of it. As I read the text aloud, it was as if the words were a tangible force. Ooh. I can't read that. I'm so sorry. Trespassing?
As I read the text aloud, it was as if the words were a tangible force reshaping the air before me into a swirling vortex of luminescent mist.
I used to work for a doctor, and I have to say, that was easier to read. The doctor's handwriting. All right, so I only get the green dice.
Yep.
Big money. Let's see what we can do here. And I can do these in any order, which is fantastic. I'm really tempted to save that, though.
You do have a success, though.
I do. So that can happen.
Yep.
So a 3 right off the bat with a terror.
Yep.
Boink. However, I really think that needs to happen.
You can't do that, unfortunately.
No, that's right. I have
you
to.
can only do that when you fail.
Right, that's right.
You could do it on a spell if you had a lock on a spell.
See, I always forget these things. That's what happens when you play with an app. It does stuff for you, and then you forget the rules.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's done. So now I like just re-roll. Yeah, well, I don't have a choice. I don't know why I'm thinking about it. Oh, well, there you
Boom,
go. I didn't even
done.
need to do that
Nice.
because it's finished.
Very good.
All right, so I get a clue.
Yep.
Well, hello.
And go for the spell,
Yep.
and then I'll explain that last symbol. So the last symbol on this card, so on the bottom for the victory, is the shoe print is the clue, the book is the spell, and that sort of Saturn-shaped symbol in the middle is the other world portal, which will actually bring in a portal to another world.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll go, it's another location. That's yours. So it's another location we can complete in addition to the 6. So these are one of the ones that I was saying that if we complete this room, we don't replace it with another one from the deck. It'll just be completed and done. But it does give us more options, and a lot of the other world portals will have the potentials for elder signs, which again, that's ultimately the goal, is to try and get 10 of those. But they can be a little more difficult. Some of them can even be somewhat punishing to try and complete. All right, clock goes forward.
Mm-hmm.
It's over to me.
I still have my ability.
You do.
Keep that in mind.
Okay. Let's see here. I've got 4 trophies. I think at this point I'll let you know what you can use the trophies for. One of the best things to save trophies for is if you can get to 10 as an action, you can buy a souvenir, and for 10 trophies, you can purchase an elder sign.
Yep.
So it's nice to just save up for that. But to a lesser degree, for example, if you did use up all of your, if you depleted all of your items, you can just go there and try and buy some for lesser amounts. So I'll give a couple examples here. 2 trophies gets you a common item. 4 trophies will get you a spell. You can also receive first aid. So for free, you can heal 1 sanity or 1 stamina. For 2 trophies, you can completely heal either or. And for 4 trophies, you can completely heal both. So if you're hurting, that is a way to get back up. But then there's also the Searching the Lost and Found, which gives you a 50-50 chance of getting an item. You would roll 1 green die, and if you get any investigation results, of which there are 3, you're actually going to take a hit to health or sanity. And then if you get one of the special items on the die, which are the other 3 sides, then you're going to get something out of it. So you would get a clue token, a common item, or a spell. All right, having said all that, I'm going to keep saving up, try and get to an elder sign. So where would I like to go?
We need it.
There's nothing that would spawn a monster, so
Portal?
that doesn't help.
Ooh, portal gives us a doom.
A doom and an elder sign. I'd like to stop getting doom.
Yeah, it's looking
Because if we get another doom, it is another monster as well.
Which we're trying to avoid.
Yeah, we
This
don't have
one
any
is the one
places.
I failed at. However, there's no bad stuff initially.
There is if you fail. It's another doom.
Sure.
And
let's look at the bright
again,
side.
that's 5 dice needed.
Oh, and you don't
and
have
I've
very
only
many
got
items.
6 to roll.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
And it has to be done in order. That is way too difficult.
Yeah, well, the board's not looking too good. Unless you want to... You can try and unlock that, but even that's pretty tight.
I would like to try and build some more and try and get some items or some more clues.
There's that.
That one or this one. The 6 can be difficult.
Especially if you have to use multiple dice to get that.
But if I take the hit to stamina, I do have this that fully restores me.
So there you go.
Taking the hit to the sanity for that, not a big deal.
Right, you two seem to have quite a bit.
And if I at least get rid of the monster, it does make the room easier as well. And I don't have to worry about the terror effect. Okay, I've talked myself into
There
it.
you go, that was easy.
I'm going to go to the late night break-in. Oh, and I've already done this one. That's right. And I got rid of the monster. This was the first room I went
That's
to
right.
to
And
get
then
rid of the red.
We got another one.
Okay. I'll try that room again. Here we go. That is not looking good.
Yeah, that didn't really go the way I'm sure you would have liked.
There is absolutely nothing there I want. There isn't even anything I want to focus.
To keep.
Which means I'm going to use a clue right now.
I would.
Yeah. To at least get something to keep.
Okay, that's looking better.
Better, sort of. It's something to keep, but it still doesn't complete anything.
No.
So I will focus the lore.
Yeah, it's wise.
Or do I use another clue now?
That
You know
6
what?
is going to be a problem.
So what do you think then? Just
but
try
the-
and finish the monster first?
I would, yeah, but I would get.
Okay.
Are you going to use a clue or are you just going to ditch
Well,
it?
if I let's look at it this way. If I use a clue, I don't get to like I can
Right.
I can set that aside. But if
Right.
I get the 6, I'm then going to lose that because I won't get
That's
to
right.
focus it.
Okay, well maybe you should lose.
So I think I'll try
Yeah.
that
I think that's wise.
once and see. There's the terror effect. Okay, so that completes that.
Perfect.
So then I get to roll these, and I'm looking for 6.
Oh, and you're going to lose a sanity. Yeah.
3. Oh yes, I do lose the sanity for that. So at this point, I will.
I do have my reroll.
Actually, I wouldn't mind doing that if you don't mind.
Nope,
So I'll use the ability. So I get to reroll 2 of these using Mandi's ability. That doesn't do it. So
Jeez
then I'm going to
Louise.
use a clue.
This is ridiculous. Ah,
That gets me to 5.
wow, that's a problem. Unless you decide to use that.
I'm going to have to. Because if I don't,
Yeah, you're going to be
I have
having
to roll them all.
Yep.
So clue it up.
We just need a 1. Come on.
A
Oh.
1 is all I needed. A 1
Squeaked
is
on
all I
by.
got. So that is completed.
Wow, that was
Whew.
a little painful.
Yeah. That's, wow. Okay. So I did finish the monster, which was a dark young. And so that's 2 trophies. I had thought it was an old gnarled tree at first until it reached for me.
Ooh, that's creepy.
All right. And then I do complete the room. So that's another trophy as well. Plus I get one of the clues back.
There you go, that's something.
Hit something. I didn't build. I actually spent more than I got, but I did get 3 trophies out of it, which that is good. That's 30% of the way to an elder sign.
That is not good.
All right, that looks like it'll be another room for me because it does spawn a monster.
I need to focus on easy right now. So
Clock
I
goes
can at
forward.
least get a little something in my repertoire of items.
So back to you.
Wow. The only one that's like feasible for me to... This one would be a good one if I can do it. It's fairly easy.
4 dice needed.
It's the best one, I think, for me. Or I do
And
here.
you have a lock. You do have a
Correct.
spell.
So I'm almost leaning toward
I don't mind that.
that. I
It
think
gets
that might
you.
be-
It gets you 3 items.
which is kind of where I'm going.
Yep.
So let's give this a whirl.
You don't have your ability because I did
Nope.
need to use it.
All right, what am I looking for? 2?
Looking for 2.
Done.
No problem. Now
It's
you're looking
the
for
4.
4.
Now this is the one I'm a little worried about.
Don't be worried.
Well, I have a 6.
Yeah, you do.
That happens.
Now,
Unless.
so because again, you can only complete 1 objective on a card. She does have a lore result, which is what she needs next. So she can't actually put it on there because she did just complete
But
1.
I could lock it and reroll.
But she could lock it on her spell and then re-roll the last 2 to try and get another lore. And if she doesn't, she's got that as a backup.
That's an idea. So we could do that because lore seems to be hard to come by.
Yeah.
And then
And then if you do save that and not need it, I'll
Right.
try and head to a room that needs it next so that we can make use of it. There you go. Nice.
so that's done. So that gets
Stay tuned.
me 2 clues
Mhm.
and a common item.
Yes.
A shotgun. After rolling, discard to change 1 die to a peril
Nice.
result.
And a 1-point trophy.
Merci beaucoup.
Next room comes in. Clock goes to midnight.
Dong.
We had no lingering effect, but now we resolve the next mythos
I'm
card.
sure there will be one.
And it comes with a warning. There is no immediate effect today.
Oh, you know what that means? It's coming.
Yeah, it is coming because
Coming.
we have to lock a green die.
What is going on here?
So that is gone for the entire day. There's
Wow.
no way to unlock it. That's it.
Wow, that's aggressive.
Well then.
That is going to be a problem because we have a yellow locked now, a green locked, and all the ones we have to do are ridiculous. Well, with the exception, this isn't so bad, and that's not so bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
We do have your ability again.
That is correct.
That's available. Huh. So I've got 4 dice to roll, And I do have a lore result that I can use.
Now I do have, oh, never mind. I think that's, yeah, okay, no, that's good.
I could go here. I don't have to suffer the terror effect.
Which is nice. Like right now, the only ones that are actually feasible for me, like when we're done, I can do potentially this one, potentially that one. Everything else would be really hard for me.
All right, I think I might go here. Or do I try not? Well, the yellow we don't have access to anyway.
No,
we don't have any
we
cards,
don't have
so there's
any
no rush on that.
Exactly. The green is a problem because those are like basic dice that we need.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, but 3 of them in one shot.
And then this is 1, 2, 2.
But that would need a total of 4
3.
with the
oh
6
yeah,
at
with
the
the
bottom.
6.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't see
Yeah.
the reflection.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I will go here.
I mean, it's doable.
The 3 at the same time
And
is the
then-
hardest part, but I do have that one. So really, I only need to get the 2.
We're back to my ability again.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
required.
Okay. I think I'll go with that. We don't need the yellow now, but it would
Sure.
be nice to have it unlocked if we do get a card.
That's right. And I like the
And there's
fact that
some nice
that's worth
abilities.
2.
Okay. Convinced. That's where I'm going.
Alrighty.
So hopefully I get 2 investigation and a peril. No peril. But that's okay. 3 investigation does let me do that.
Exactly.
And I take a hit to my sanity.
Yes.
I wasn't that sane anyway.
It's okay.
All right, so
Kinda
now I
made my
need
path.
2 investigation and a peril. Oof. I got the investigation.
Oh.
Well, do you mind if I use your ability? It's
No.
early in the day to do it, but...
Well, go ahead. I mean, it's that or we need some more Elder Signs to happen here.
So, looking for a peril.
Jeez.
No. Okay, I'm going to use my clue then. This needs to happen. Looking for a peril.
There it is.
All right, so using that and that locked one, the room is done. Whew.
That is now unlocked.
I go back to the entrance, and I get 2 trophies for that, plus I get 2 clues back. A spell, which is Bind Monster. After rolling, discard to defeat 1 monster.
Nice.
That
That's
is very
pretty
handy.
powerful.
Yeah.
And what?
And 1 Elder Sign.
Yay! One step closer.
1 step. And a new room comes in,
Oh.
which locks the red die. Ah. From one right into the other. Now, I'll show this because this is one of the cards I was talking about. So that's one where there's a spot here. It shows the monster symbol. You would put that monster right on that spot. It's not going over any other requirements. It is just an additional requirement on
Right.
top of what is already needed on that card. So ideally, we can get that card completed before a monster goes in there, because it'll make it that much harder. Just by itself, that room requires 4 dice at minimum to complete.
Wow.
And if we have to add a monster, that'll make it very difficult to get that
Ridiculous.
red die back. We have a bit of time because we
Ooh.
still have 2 locations
Yeah.
that can take monsters. But again, the monsters must go on those white boxes first. So if that was the last spot and we had to pull a monster, we'd have no choice. It would have to go into that room.
This is tough. I think right now this is kind of looking at potentially where I could go.
Okay, needing 4, needing 4, needing 4.
This will give me a little something.
Whichever one you're more comfortable with. The tricky part there.
Did
is
we
the-
use this?
the
I think I
terror
used
effect.
this.
Oh, yes, yes.
I
that is
did.
gone. Yeah,
That's gone.
good call. What is your
After
common
rolling,
item?
discard to change 1 die to a peril.
peril? Okay. And
That's
you do
why I'm
need-
kinda
you do need 2
going-
peril there.
There versus, what was the other one? It's a lot.
Okay.
So,
The tricky part there is the terror, but
I mean, I
You
don't
gotta
think
do
I'll
what
be
you
able,
gotta do.
I won't be able to complete anything else.
Okay.
So,
now the terror effect is the other thing that's a little different between the board game and the app. In the app, it actually lets you discard one of the terror results. If you only had 1 terror result, it lets you discard it to actually avoid it. But in the board game, according to the rules, the order is, once you roll, you do need to resolve terror effects before discarding the die. So that's a little different than the app.
which has just happened.
Nope, because you can do this first. Change that,
Oh, yeah.
right?
That's true.
So Manny does have 1 peril,
That's true.
and 1 terror. If she didn't have an
Oh, that's
ability to
true.
change a die,
I
then she would have to
take
suffer the terror. But because she has a spell, she gets to change the face of one of these. Change
it.
that.
Forget that.
You've
We'll just do
actually
that,
not only avoided the terror effect,
but
you also defeated the monster.
which is fantastic.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's useful.
So what are you looking for now?
Lore and investigation of 3.
Okay.
Which should be. Really though? Really? But I could, because I didn't. I failed.
Yeah, you
Ooh.
could focus that,
Just
or you
focus?
could use a clue. You still have 3 clues there.
I could do both.
You wouldn't be able
No,
to
but then I
do-
wouldn't be able to do that.
Right.
That's right. So
And to do that, you'd have to discard 1. So I think you're better off using those while
and
you have 2
re-rolling
dice.
all of them.
Instead of... No. When you use a clue, you can re-roll whichever ones you want.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what
So
I'm saying.
not re-roll all, just re-roll those 2.
Yeah.
Because if you wait, what'll happen is you focus that, you discard one of these, and then if you fail and use clues, now you're using a clue for only 1 die.
Yeah, so that's what
Instead of
sorry.
2, yeah.
That is what I said. I just
Okay.
maybe didn't say it clearly. I
Okay.
said to do both. So leave this and use the clue is what I meant.
Yeah, well, you're not technically focusing yet because your
No.
turn isn't
But I
over
meant
yet.
that I'm not rolling that.
Yep, exactly. I can't see what you mean.
No, it's a 3 I need,
3.
which I didn't get at
Okay.
all. That is terrible. So either can discard another clue to do that, or well, why not?
Yeah.
Not using them for anything else, really.
Yep. I agree. Come on, 3.
Oh, for goodness sakes!
1.
Are you kidding me?
Oh boy.
I have 1 more clue.
How deep do you go?
I can't. I
Yeah,
can't do
you've
it.
gone this far. Come on, there you go.
Jeez, that was painful. Painful.
And that's what this game is about.
Pain. All right. So
It drives you insane, driving you insane.
my monster, it's a witch, which we talked about earlier. So it gives me that.
Okay.
And then I get my clue back, well, 1 of them,
Yep.
and I get a spell. Discard to fully restore any investigator's sanity.
Nice.
That's decent.
Yep.
And which one was I doing this one? Okay. So I go back.
So you also got 2 trophies out of that.
Yeah, which is nice.
So you're at
We're
2,
we're getting
4,
there.
You're at 6. I'm at 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I'm 1 short
you're
of getting
close.
another sign.
And then, yeah, that's my turn.
And the clock goes forward.
Doo, doo. Oh, geez. What is with all these cards doing them in order?
Ooh,
Terrible.
that's a tough one.
That is very
That
hard.
one a monster could potentially even make easier.
Mm-hmm.
Right now that needs 2 dice minimum to complete a 4.
We need to have
There
more.
are monsters that have easier requirements
We
than
need
that.
more items. That's the problem. Items here. Items here. Here. And over there. Without any super negative effects.
Needing 4, needing a really hard 4. Oh boy. Needing 4. And I don't have anything here that would help me. I can defeat a monster. There are none. And that's just restoring stamina.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got 2 clues. We do not have your effect.
That is correct. That's tight.
Pass.
Uh-huh.
So this is where if I wanted to, I could do something at the entrance instead.
Mhm.
And I'm almost thinking, because this is what's really hindering us right now.
It's bad, yeah. That's the problem.
It might not be a bad idea to kind of wait it out and do something at the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
If I had 1 more, there'd be no question. I'd be buying an Elder Sign if I had 10. I'm at 9, which is a little awkward.
So you can get, you can get some items just by rolling.
Yeah, I could do the Lost and Found.
Yeah, which is a good idea.
50-50 chance. And if I fail, I lose 1 or the other, correct? Lose either 1 sanity or stamina. Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, you've got lots of, well, you have some.
I wouldn't say lots. I'm down to half of both. I think I might do that.
Okay.
You're okay with that?
Yeah. Because I mean,
Because I'd like to wait until that comes
it's
back.
looking tough right now.
And we don't have your ability. All right.
We used it early.
I'm going to
this
search the
show.
Lost and Found.
Oh, boy.
50-50 chance. No investigation.
Really
Investigation.
though? Come on.
All right, then this is what I'm going to do. I am going to lose the stamina
Ooh.
because I can
right.
fully restore it with that.
That makes sense.
As a matter of fact, it's still my turn.
Back up you go.
Boom.
Done.
So that's spent.
Okay.
And clock goes forward. That's my turn.
So I can attempt to do something similar, because honestly, I don't think I have the means to complete anything that's on this board right now.
It's tricky with that locked die.
Correct. So I will also do this.
Okay.
And we will...
Hopefully you get a better result. 50-50, I failed, you'll succeed.
Unbelievable.
Not quite. All right.
Unbelievable. So I lose...
one or the other.
What do I have? Well, I might as well lose this. Yes, that's one we'll lose.
All right.
Wow.
So then the clock goes forward, strikes midnight. We do get that back. That's good. Now, next we have horrible monsters. Either add one Doom token to the Doom track, or 2 monsters appear.
What? Well, mind you, we were saying that the monster could, in fact, help us out a little bit.
It could make that one a little easier,
but it could also make this one a lot more difficult.
Yeah, it will make that one. There's no question. We need to finish that room before a monster gets put there.
That would be correct.
So 2 monsters or a Doom token, which also brings in a monster.
Either way you slice it.
We should probably... This is worse, I think,
Yes.
because 8 of those and it's pretty much game over.
Yep.
I'll read the rest of the cards so you can see what happens next midnight. Reveal a secret. The next time the clock strikes midnight, each investigator gains 1 clue token. That's actually something good. Very rare in anything to do with the Cthulhu
I'm waiting
mythos.
for the butt ellipses.
No, that is the butt. That happens at next midnight. So that first part is quite punishing. It's a Doom token or 2 monsters. So it's giving us a bit of a break by giving us a clue token if we live that long.
I know, it's looking dire.
So I'm thinking, because we have to take a monster anyway, and it's putting a Doom token there, I think we should take 2 monsters instead.
Okay.
Agree? I can kill one off with this. So if we get a really bad one, at least I do have the bind monster spell.
Yeah, there's really not much else we can do, so.
Yep. Take 2, they're small.
There we go. Wow, I took 2. What do we got? What do we got? Yeah. Chthonian Elder Thing.
Okay.
So, there we go. Wow, that's not good.
Wow.
Yeah, and really though?
Well, that's where this will very much come in handy.
Absolutely.
I'd say these are probably the 2 worst ones in the pile. So, yeah, wow. Okay, I'll show you what these have. So on this one, we do have both of them requiring 7 investigation results. I'm drifting here. All right, there we go. 7 investigation results. That symbol in the middle means the clock is also going to advance, which is the equivalent of losing a turn. And this top one actually loses a health as well. You're going to lose some stamina by defeating that monster. Whew.
Yeah, not good.
Okay.
Well, we don't have a choice. It's, well, it's, there, and there. And there.
Which room will we not be doing is what it comes down to, because we are pretty much not going to want to complete these.
Right.
So we're going to hide them away somewhere.
I mean, we do kind of want to do this one because it's kind of good.
It has an elder sign.
This one is going to give us a Doom.
It is.
But then we still have another
Plus
one
an
to deal
elder
with.
sign.
Right. But we've been avoiding
here's
it.
what I'm thinking. We throw... This is the worst one.
Yeah.
Because it needs 7 plus the scroll, the lore, and the clock goes forward. Actually, if that's the worst one, then what I'm going to do is, I say we put this one here.
Okay.
And we just, what is that? There's something in the basement. We lock the basement door. So the monster's in there. We lock the basement door.
Don't let it out.
We don't open that door. This one I'll throw over here. And then I'll make a run for that room using my bind monster to just defeat it outright.
Right.
And then I don't have to worry about the time going forward. I don't have to worry about anything.
Just
on
done.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yep, that works. Wow.
All right, and it is my turn. So
right from the get-go.
I said I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
All right. But you're going to use
My own. I am
Kate.
Kate. Okay.
Mandy's not equipped for that room.
Going to Tempest in a Teapot. I don't get any special dice. I only get the greens, but at least now I have 6 of them. This is good.
Yeah, last round was awful.
And really, I don't care about this. I do still need to, this card does need to be completed in order. So I do need to complete the monster first, but I'm going to complete it using this card. So it really doesn't matter what I roll. Because
That's
I
fair.
roll, I can't actually lock any because this is going to be a success. So I'm going to use the bind monster.
All right.
That is completed.
Nice.
And technically I'll put that face down to show it's completed because now I
Right.
carry on to this. Okay, and then I have to re-roll to do it. There it is. So I got that, and then I need...
You need a peril and a lore.
Peril and lore. All right. That is 4 lore. That's
Of all the things,
fantastic,
all the
but
lore.
no peril. And I really want to make sure I complete this room at this point. So I'm going to use a clue and re-roll these 4. Looking for a peril.
Wow.
There it
I was
is.
going to say, I'm like, oh, goodness.
Done.
Nice. Nicely done.
So monster, that puts me at 10. That's great. And then I also get that room, which gives me an extra 1. Plus, I get a clue. I get a rare item. And I get an
Oh.
elder sign.
So
Dun,
now
dun,
we do
dun.
kind of want to get that room fixed.
Yes, because I have the red.
That's right.
Yeah, I had the potential for a red.
Oh, jeez.
You become that which you fear most.
And at midnight, a monster appears.
Mm,
Lovely.
This is the first midnight effect.
Yes.
All right, some of the rooms have not only terror effects, but this says at midnight a monster appears. Midnight effects, well, they do what they say on the 10. They have an effect when the clock strikes midnight. And they will continue to have an effect when the clock strikes midnight until you solve that room. So that was my turn. Clock goes forward. We do have a bit of time. We've got 3 turns before that triggers.
So I'm almost wondering, like, this is... I mean, I could try and attempt that. Like, that would be difficult for me.
Your card is regaining full something, right?
Sanity.
So that doesn't help you with...
No, it does not me at all. That's why I was thinking I'd kind of go there and get some more goodies.
Yeah.
And it's actually somewhat doable because I do still have my
You have
reroll
your
action,
ability.
which I haven't used yet.
And you have 1 clue.
Correct.
But it's not just those 4 items. It's those 4 items in 1 shot.
I know.
And you have no way to save any.
I know. That's the problem. That is not
tricky.
any easier.
It's easier by 1 die. But we should save that for me because it
Yes,
does release a monster.
Which we don't want to
Yeah.
do. Or I do these, but this is in order.
That's no
That's
good.
what I'm saying. It's
Oh,
not.
man.
Or I just stay here and roll my life away and potentially get nothing.
You could go over there.
True.
That needs 4, but they can be done individually.
Right.
Whereas this
And in any
4
order.
Yeah, in any order, whereas that 4 is all in 1 shot. And that is,
It's okay. We'll just go here and let's just not make life difficult.
yeah.
All right. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what can happen. Oh wow, they just went everywhere. Did I remotely do? Oh well, isn't that special? I got that one. Fantastic.
Okay.
Oh, that lore. Oh, well, I'm just on fire, aren't I? All right, here's the tricky part.
Yes.
6.
Need 6 investigation. 5, so close. And I don't know if a 2 is worth saving.
Well, and that's what I'm
A
afraid of. But
2.
then it's either I don't,
A 2.
because I could.
So then you need 4 over 3. Well, actually 4 over... Oh, you still have your ability. Maybe trigger
Correct.
that first.
Okay, so
So keep the 2 2s.
oops, shoot, 2 and 2, and then
Yeah.
just re-roll this.
Yeah, let's see what that does.
Okay, well
There
there's
you
the
go.
3, so it's done.
Nice.
Boop.
Huzzah!
So now, unfortunately, we get a doom,
Okay.
but I do get a spell. So I get something that can focus a die, and I get an elder
good.
sign.
Yay.
So we are slowly making our way.
4 of 10.
And
a
this
doom?
happens. Unfortunately, yes. Which I think a monster comes out.
It does. Oh boy.
What am I at? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Close.
We are losing a room here then.
Great. Great. Zombie. Rah.
There's only 2 spots to put it. We don't want it there,
Sure don't.
which means that's the only spot to put it.
Oh, but
And-
you're going to like this.
Am I? I don't think so.
I think it's not bad.
It's not horrible.
It's not bad. It's a
Alright.
choice.
Sure. So that monster actually has an option. You can use a peril or a terror to kill it off. It's just a zombie,
Selection.
right?
Sure.
But that room now does need 4 dice instead of 3 Oh, right, and that's the one with the midnight effect.
Correct.
As well. All right, clock goes forward.
Yep, and my ability has been used, so we won't be able to use that anymore.
So here is the dilemma. I could buy an Elder Sign.
Yep.
But if I do...
That, well,
Unless you solve that on your next turn, that will be...
Can I solve that on my next turn?
And that's going to bring a monster out, which will have to go there.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to have to try that.
You have to do it, or at least attempt it.
If I fail it, at least I'll be in that room, and you can ask for assistance from me. Okay. I am Kate, so I'm going to go here. And I become that which I fear most. All right. That sounds pleasant. I would love to use my red die from my Book of Zan, but the red die is locked. So I'm just looking for a lot of terror.
That would be nice. And you got one.
One. Okay, well,
but you can use it for the first
one. That gets rid of the monster. That's a start.
That's something.
Now I need 3 altogether in one shot.
I feel these clues are going to get used up quickly.
Oh, boy.
Well, you got one.
I did. So, do I start digging?
You're going to have to. Unless you are willing to chance it, I would not.
Come on.
Oh, my God.
I need them here.
Okay, did you get one more?
It doesn't do me any good,
no,
though.
that's right, because then you have to
is focus 1. So even though I had 2,
it's not doing anything.
I'm going to lose the other one. Now I have to spend 1, and I have to roll 2 of them now at the same time. No, so spend 1, and now I need the perfect result. I need 2.
And not even 1.
Well, I got rid of the monster.
Which is something.
So that gets me 1 more point.
Which means I have to go in there and do this.
And yeah, but I'm there to help now.
Sure.
So now you can focus 2 dice in that one room.
Which is
Plus
nice.
you have your spell as well, although you won't need that because focusing 2 and then roll the 3rd.
Here we go.
And 1 clue. All right, you can do this. Oh, clock goes forward as well.
Wow, that was depressing. But
it's a start. I'd use the clue now. Well, you have 5 dice to roll.
Wise.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
All right, so focus 1 of them. And focus it on yourself.
Yep.
Because if somebody's helping you and you fail the room, again, they have to take
I have
a
to
hit.
ditch one, don't I?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right, focus the other one on me. And do not fail this room. Oh boy. Last chance. You got this. You got this. You don't got this. All right. So because you failed with me assisting, I have to take a hit.
Listen, that's the best dice rolling I've ever done.
Your spell is fully regain sanity?
Yes. Any investigator sanity.
Yeah, so maybe I'll take the hit here because I actually started with 6.
Yeah.
That would drop me to 2. We'd be getting a very strong benefit out of that.
Yeah.
Not using it now.
No, but it's there in the event.
More, yep.
So these are bye-bye.
Yep, and then you also have to take a hit to sanity because you failed the room.
That's just great.
Oh boy.
That's
and then the clock strikes midnight.
That happens.
So yeah, we'll resolve that first. The monster comes out because of the midnight effect.
It's a ghost. Oh, and it's gonna lock the yellow die.
Oh no.
Oh, it's a bad one. Yee.
Oh no.
It's pretty bad. It's actually really bad.
Oh no.
I might have to go there.
It's if it goes here.
Oh, there's no way.
We will never get any of the special dice back.
Never.
The rest of the game. So yeah.
Wow, that's terrible.
So that one locks the yellow. Needs 4 investigation results, and whoever does that takes hit to takes hit to sanity as well.
Jeez. Wow, that's not
okay.
Yeah.
But we do have a little tiny shimmering light here. Each investigator gains 1 clue token.
Okay, that's something. A little present.
You survived. Have a clue.
Yeah, sure.
But let's go on to the next mythos. Strange sights. Oh.
Okay, that's not good. You didn't even finish the card.
No, a monster appears.
Really, though?
And there's only 1 spot to put it. We have no choice.
Well, let's just hope it's, like a zombie or something. It's a cultist. That's not so bad.
Actually, it is. Because...
I know.
Yig's ability.
I know.
Each time an investigator either completes the task on a cultist monster or blah, 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 blah. That is a cultist monster, which means we would actually lose an elder sign if we defeat that cultist.
So that red die is looking less and less appealing.
Yeah. I'd like to get it because I do have the I do have a card that would get it
Yep,
for me.
It
But
would be very useful.
then let's see here. The next time the clock strikes midnight, all investigators lose 2 stamina. There is no good on that card at all.
Well, yeah, and you are pretty close.
I'm at 4. That's max for me.
Oh, I'm at 3.
Yeah. So just make sure you don't fall to 2.
Otherwise, it's
Otherwise,
a problem.
it's bye-bye. Now, there's the player elimination doesn't happen for quite a while in this game. The character elimination could. If Mandi was to, say, get down to 0 in either health or sanity, the character itself gets removed from the game. All trophies get removed. All items get removed. And you just bring in a new investigator with whatever their starting tokens are. So there could be a point where it would almost be worth it just to kill off whoever you're using to bring in a fully healed and suited up with starting items character
Exactly.
to carry on. The downside is when that happens, you also have to take a Doom token. And with the Yig's ability, you also lose an Elder Sign if that happens.
Yeah, we don't want that.
So, yeah, you don't want it, but
Sure
you're not out at that point. The only way you'd be out is if you ran out of investigators to bring back. I've never seen that happen. All right. So it's over to me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't use red.
This is taunting you now.
Do we keep trying to get rid of that room? Because otherwise monsters are just going to keep coming.
Well, we need to get rid of it.
Right?
At this point, yes.
So at the very least, if I get rid of the monster,
At
it'll
least-
make the room
right.
easier for you. We have your ability again.
Because everything else is not helpful.
All right, so I'll stay there. You know what I'm going to do? We haven't read the flavor text yet.
Sure.
I'll read the flavor text to see if that helps us out at all. Let's see what we're up against. You become that which you fear most. And it has a picture of you looking at your reflection with a zombified face in it. The sickness and the fear have become so ingrained in me that I can no longer imagine a life without unending dread.
Oh,
Eesh.
well, that's not depressing at all.
No, not at all. Well, now I know what I'm up against. Let's defeat it. At the very least, I need 4 investigation.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Oh, but I got 2. Oh, boy. Oh, this is
At
going
least
to
you
be
got some
tricky.
help there. And then, you know.
So I need 4 investigation to defeat the monster. I need 3 terror to defeat the room.
You're keeping those terror, right? Or attempting to.
Well, I can only do one or the other, right? You can only complete one. So
Mhm.
if I complete the room and not the monster, technically the room is not completed. You must do everything in that card. So, what do you think?
Well, you've got a clue. You can focus. Which one are you trying to do first?
Well, that's just it.
I mean, right now you're looking like you're kind of on the path to, yeah. That's the one I would be focusing on, in my opinion.
So, what are you thinking? Clue to try and get 1 more?
Yeah.
And if I do, then I have 3 dice left to complete the 4. And if I don't get that, we're absolutely no further ahead.
I just think, like, do you know how hard it has been to get
Oh, I
these
know.
terrors? I mean, that's...
But if I do that, that's saying it's all or nothing, right?
true.
All right. Here we go.
Yep.
1 more terror.
Unbelievable. What is our problem with terror?
Shall I use your ability?
Might as well.
All right, so I get to roll
Go
2.
gangbusters.
Come on, terror. Oh, my. All right.
Not even a lore.
Well, let's do this then. I think at this point,
Mm-hmm.
we need to get rid of that monster.
Yep.
So I could use these
And just get
and
rid
get
of
rid
it.
of the 4.
Okay.
That means I won't be able to lock these,
Right.
but it gets us 1 step
We
further.
have no
right?
choice,
It'll
yeah.
make the room easier for you on your turn.
Yeah, because our chances after that of getting the 3 are slim.
All right. So I'm going to do that. I do have to take 1 hit to my sanity, which means I'm going to need your card on your turn.
Yep.
I don't get to lock those terror results, which is unfortunate, but I don't have to discard any either because that was technically a success. None. Now I need the perfect 3 terrors on 3 dice. 1.
Oh.
All right. So that fails the room.
All right.
Oh, no.
What? You died, didn't you? You died.
Because I'm failing the room. The loss on that room is taking 1 more hit to sanity, which, because I defeated the monster to get rid of 1, I then lose the other.
Yep.
Oh, no. I lose all those. All right. Well, you get to see what happens when you fail big. So,
I thought mine was bad.
the monster's done.
Yeah, well.
I am done. So, goodbye, Kate. That is gone.
Oh. I was all ready to give that to you to use.
Yeah. And all of my trophies, right?
As far as I remember.
I'm probably just grasping at straws here.
We're like, let's consult the rulebook just to ensure that is correct.
Please don't tell me all of those are gone. But
pretty sure they're gone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gone too.
From what I recall.
Being devoured. Yeah. So when an investigator is devoured, that player adds 1 Doom token to the Doom track and returns his investigator card and marker to the game box. Returns all item, ally, and adventure cards face down to the bottom of their corresponding decks. Returns monsters to the blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Save them all up. So those go to the bottom of the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Those go in here. That is punishing.
This is an easier one.
That is gone. And now I need to choose. Where did I put them? I need to choose a new investigator.
Mm-hmm.
Where did I put them? Are they in the box?
I don't see them.
In here? In here?
Ruh-roh.
Yeah. Where did I put those? Underneath? Nope.
Oh, that wasn't there.
That is totally them. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Like, oh. See?
Okay. Whew. I think I'm going to go with... I do have a couple favorites here.
Mm-hmm.
I like Harvey Walters, and I like Joe Diamond.
Joe Diamond's pretty good.
Joe Diamond's really good at using clues. When you use a clue, instead of just re-rolling once, you actually get to re-roll twice per clue, which is strong. And Harvey, he's the professor, which lets you change terror results into lore results, which can also be beneficial. Do we have a lot of lore requirements?
Yeah, it's been the terror have been terrorizing us.
Mm-hmm. Not a lot of ways to get clues out there.
Mm-hmm.
So Joe's ability would not be coming in handy if he didn't have any clues. So I'm going to go with Harvey Walters.
Okay, got lots of sanity.
Well, let's see what I can do about that. All right, so...
items here.
3, 4, 6, 7. So I get a spell and a rare. So I can lock 1 die, and before rolling, I can discard to fully restore stamina and sanity.
Oh, that's pretty
the
slick.
healing stone. Very nice.
That's very good.
All right, so 2, 4, 6, 7, which I think puts us overall down 1, because I think I had 6 before. So just to
a little extra floating
keep
around.
us consistent. And then I had 4 before, and now I only have 3.
Right.
So I'll discard 1 of these.
Okay.
All right.
Wow, that was entertaining turn.
Yes. Fun stuff. So this is going to go forward. And before I do that, I haven't completed everything because I did die. Doom token goes on the Doom track.
That's correct, and a monster comes out.
And a monster comes out, and there's going to be 1 more step after that. Let's do this first, though. We'll do it all in order.
All right, it's not bad. Maniac.
Okay. Do we have an option? No.
No, we do not.
I had just emptied that, and it's back.
It's not bad.
Although it is a pretty easy one.
Yeah.
Now, Yig's ability says that when somebody actually loses all their health or sanity, you also lose an Elder Sign. So, yeah.
That was
one step back and 1 step back, right? That wasn't 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Not supposed to go that way.
Step back, step back. Now clock goes forward.
Well then. Wow.
This is why I'm drinking the hard stuff.
Seriously, the only thing I can potentially even do on here is that one. maybe that one.
We need to finish that.
So I have to do it. I got to stay there.
I also need to. While you're doing that, go right ahead.
So the yellow is out, but
I
let's
need
do
to find
that.
Harvey. There he is.
You know, quite frankly, I'm getting a little tired of what I'm rolling here, but that kills the monster.
Monster's gone. Okay.
Now I need terror. Good gracious. What is the problem here?
You got one.
I could just... I do have that.
I'd start with that.
I was going to say...
We need to get rid of that room.
It's becoming a problem.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Finally.
Bazinga!
Finally.
Woohoo!
You have become that which you fear most.
So we do get a monster.
We do. And unfortunately, if I had finished that, we would have been able to avoid that with Kate. But
we didn't have a choice.
No.
I do get a clue. I get a rare or unique item and an elder sign.
okay.
Ooh, I get a red die to use, which is locked currently.
All right. So grab a monster. Don't place it yet because we do get to pull another room first. You get that.
Yep.
And you get the broom.
Oh, that's good. I can get an elder sign on a turn.
That must be nice. I won't know what that feels like.
Wowie.
And there's a new room, which can actually house a monster and must
it's
because
a
it's the only spot.
cultist. Yes.
Oh no!
I
another
know.
cultist.
We have all the cultists out.
And yeah, so completing the cultists actually means we lose an elder sign.
Yeah, we can't afford to lose any more.
We cannot, but if we want to use red, we're going to have to defeat that one.
That's going to have to happen.
Well, clock goes forward. Over
Yibbers.
to me.
You can lock at least. Or focus. No lock. Lock.
I lost my red die card, but you still
We still have it.
one.
I mean, it's not useful right now, but it will be.
And actually, you know what? I think I will go here
Okay.
and try that because Harvey's ability is you can change terror results into lore. So there are
great.
2 lore requirements there. So that does up the chances of doing that.
Yep, so you're going over there.
And we still have your ability, correct?
Did we not use it? I think we used it. Did you not use
we
it?
used it when I
right,
was... Yeah,
exactly, right at the
okay.
beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Curses. All right. I do still have this. All right, here we go.
Well, okay.
So once per turn, I can change one of these into a lore.
Because right now, your only option is, well, you could just use the skull on the first one.
I could, but I'm so close to getting this, because if I change that to that, I just need one more, right?
That's true, and that's probably the one you should be looking at.
But I have no clues.
I was about to tell you that you don't have
we
any
don't have your
clues.
ability, so okay, then I guess I don't really have a choice. I'll get rid of the cultist,
Yep.
which will have an effect, but hold on. I don't have any clues, but what I could do is fail that,
Yes,
focus that,
Yep.
block that,
that's true. And then it sets you up for the next.
and then I would have to discard one
That is.
and then roll these.
Yeah, all right. That's tight. One. Yeah, that's.
What do you think?
It's tight if you do that.
If I don't,
Then you're chancing it. That's. the
then I
problem.
need to get 3 all in one
Yeah,
shot.
So you might as well just leave it at that and take
Yeah,
your chances.
I'm gonna go for that. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Come on, Peril. Okay, so that, and that.
Yep.
This is gone.
But we need.
Oh, I didn't see that over
Yeah.
there. I
you
did
need
not
3
see that over there.
investigation.
Oh, crap. I did not even see that.
That's why I was like.
I only saw those. That's why I kept saying all I need is Peril and
Ripped
Lore.
Punzel, you got this. Yeah.
I've already lost one character.
I was like,
oh,
There's
no.
an investigation. Am I? And I'm like, okay, maybe my math is wrong.
No, I didn't
That's
see
why.
it.
That's what I kept saying. This is gonna be really tight
No,
if you do
I was
that.
getting a bit of glare on the card. That's why I said all I
Oh.
need is peril and...
No, that's why I was like, there's
Oh,
investigation.
man. Okay.
But see, you got some positive, encouragement.
No, at this point I think I have to fail the room. Okay, so I might not be using that then.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was all I needed.
Hi,
Technically,
Susan. Thanks for
hello.
joining us. It was quiet tonight. I'm like, everyone's like out and about.
yeah, technically that finishes the room, but it leaves the cultist, and
Which is
we can't leave the cultist
that's right.
because that leaves the room as well. So
You're failing the room, aren't you?
I had focused that and I had locked that, right?
Correct.
Okay, I still have a chance. It's a long shot, but I still have a chance. So what I'll do then is I'll use this one
All right, for that.
for that.
And now.
It gets rid of the monster, which makes the room...
Oh my goodness!
little
Are you
easier.
doing what I think you're doing?
But now I roll these two.
So you really have to get a 3-on-1.
I need a 3 and
and
a lore or a terror because
Right.
I could change it.
Right. Well, it's doable, but it's that.
And if I don't, then you still have the use of this one.
That's true. That 3 is
Here we go.
easy.
Oh, I got that, but not the 3. Ah, so close. All
Look
right.
at the investigations here. Terrible.
So, I'm failing the room. I beat the cultist. Yay! We're playing against Yig. Boo! Because if you defeat a cultist against Yig, you do lose an elder sign. And I failed the room, which means I take 2 hits to my sanity and a hit to my stamina.
Which is not good.
Wow!
That was not enjoyable whatsoever.
And clock goes forward.
So here's the thing. I have enough to get an elder sign. Maybe I should do that now in the event. Or is there something that's happening that...
Next time clock strikes midnight, all investigators lose 2 stamina, which will kill me.
So...
That's hilarious.
I can't... The only thing I can give you
That's
is
the only
restore-
downside to Harvey. He only has 3 stamina to begin with. I lost 1 and I'm going to lose 2
I
more
don't
there.
even... Yeah, there's nothing I can do.
I think go for this.
And don't do the elder sign? I can.
Because that's going to be... Oh, wait. No, we got rid of the other room. This is a new one.
Yeah.
Right. What is that?
So
That's a
this
terror
is-
result. Okay. I was thinking that was the midnight.
No.
Okay. Ignore that then.
So that's why I was just going to go there and get an elder sign unless you want me to finish that room. I'm just afraid. I'm not afraid of death. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm just worried that, what happened to you happens to me.
I say go for that room. Because you're not going to die there, right?
Well, let's hope not.
Well, no. There's no way for you to die.
Yeah.
The worst case is you take that,
Which
doesn't kill you.
but it's close.
And if you don't use this now, it's gone when the clock strikes midnight because I'm dead. And I'll be on to my 3rd character.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, let's give her a go.
So at least use this while you can, right? Let's
So
see
I
if
need
we
at least
can
2
unlock
perils
that
and 3
red.
investigation. And I
Yeah.
do have a clue, to be fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. So basically, I'm missing
So you have
a peril.
the peril, you have the 3, and you have that. So
I do have a clue.
You do have a clue.
And
you do not have your
I
ability.
do not have my ability. I'm almost wondering if I should.
And your card is for stamina, not or
Correct.
For sanity, not
For
stamina.
sanity,
Yeah.
not stamina.
I would almost say
Or I can.
re-roll those.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that was worse. Wow. That's pretty bad.
Well, really, it couldn't get any worse because you can. Oh no, you could focus too.
Yeah. That's right. But at this point, it would have been.
So it's still focusing those two.
Yeah,
It's the exact
same thing.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, what's going to happen. And then I'm going to lose one of these.
Yep.
Well, I don't have a choice, really.
So focusing those
Yeah.
here. It doesn't matter if you fail and I take a hit because I'm going to die anyway.
Jeez.
That's no good. Can it be done now?
I don't
No,
think it can be done.
can't.
No.
All right. Valiant attempt.
I knew it. I should have got the elder sign. Darn it.
Well, no, you're not losing those.
No, I know.
Right? It's
Well, not yet.
you would have at least here you had one of those already done.
Right.
That's going to be gone. So you're not losing those like I did because you weren't going to die. You didn't have that risk. So
but
you
what I do take 2 hits, so
2 hits to sanity, and 1 to stamina.
Right. So I still need to get 2 of these. Yeah. And then that's going to be down to 1. However, is it still technically my turn?
Sure. Unless it says at the start of your turn or before.
No, it says discard to fully restore an investigator sanity.
Go for it.
So you know what? Let's do that because it's a little too close to death for my liking.
Yep.
And we will take a 3 and a 1 to make it 5.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Clock strikes midnight, and each investigator loses 2 stamina.
Oh, that kills me.
Does it?
Sure does.
Oh, I didn't know you were down to 2 stamina.
That's why I was trying to tell you.
You never said that you only had 2 stamina.
I said it's going to kill me.
No, you didn't say that.
I did. I said I don't want what happened to you to happen to me. Because I failed.
Well, that's why I said that wasn't going to kill you. You should have said that it will because of this. You didn't actually say that. Okay.
That is fair. I didn't say that.
No. Otherwise, I would have agreed.
I thought
yes.
It was implied, but
No,
I guess
no.
not enough. So there you go. That's gone.
All right. So.
Yeah, this is just poo-poo.
All right. Those are gone. That goes under here. I'll give you that.
This is hilarious.
Should
have got my elder sign.
Oh, if I had known that was going to kill you,
Sorry,
yes,
I
would have said
subtly
for sure.
throwing that out there,
So
but I
this
should
is
just
gone.
be. These are gone.
Don't be subtle in this game. The
Okay,
game is
why
not subtle
not?
to us. So, we both died. 2 of those are gone.
Oh, what's the point?
These are gone.
Wow.
I don't know. This is going to be a long
cleaned
slog.
house.
I will take Joe. Feel free to grab another.
Wow, let's see here. Let's see.
We're fighting. We
do
are
like-
fighting through this. Let's see here. Joe.
Amanda is another one I use. Amanda's a good one. I do like Amanda. So she's like, during her turn, she may complete any number of tasks per roll instead of only 1.
And that's Amanda? Yes.
Yeah, so I'll go with her.
All right. So that's the exception to only being able to complete 1 task per roll. And then mine, Joe Diamond, each time I spend a clue, I get a second free re-roll as though I had spent a second clue token.
So I start with 2 items drawn from the spell, common item, or unique item decks in any combination. So I'm trying to think what would be the best for us to use. Common items.
Actually,
I get a combination.
That tends to be red, which you don't have access
We
to.
don't
right
want
now,
to,
so-
exactly. Do we want allies? No, I don't have that option, do I? No, I don't.
think so.
Sorry, I
I would
don't.
say a spell and a common probably.
Yeah,
would be
common
a
definitely
good
for
mix.
sure. So a yellow and block. So that's good because yellow's at least available.
And you have all you need for
Yeah, it was same as before. 5
Okay.
and 5.
2, 3, and then these are gone.
Well then, we
All
are.
right. We're
rough.
we're not out of it yet,
It's close.
but yeah, we're not in it. We're not in it at all. Either. Okay. So that was midnight. That was the midnight effect. Let's see what's next. Too high a price. Either add 1 Doom token to the Doom track, or 1 investigator with 4 or more stamina must lose 3.
Stamina?
We can't take Doom. I'll just take the 3 hit to stamina. I've got 6.
Okay, because I have 1 less.
Because we've only got room for 3 more. Whew. Okay, and the lingering effect. The next time the clock strikes midnight, a monster appears.
Oh, why not?
I get a common item,
Clue.
which is the yellow, and a clue. And I'm up. All right.
Well then. All right.
Do I do that?
Well, a monster's going to come out of it. Oh, we forgot to
Yep,
deal with
no,
these.
yeah.
Bye-bye. Did I get a new one? Oh, there. I didn't even see her.
Wow.
I mean, it would be helpful, but I mean, we don't have a red die right now, but still.
We don't yet, but if we wait, that room just gets harder.
That's right. So, I mean,
So this is our best chance to unlock it. I have the clue. I have the yellow.
you would be the best one to do it.
Yeah,
I don't.
I think it's now or never. I'm going to use
Yeah.
the lucky cigarette case to use the yellow, and then the clue I actually get to roll twice.
Hopefully it's kinder to us than has been.
And what was Amanda again?
I
you
can
can
complete
resolve anything.
Right.
Yeah, multiples. Okay. There is no peril there. I do have a couple lore. I do have a 3.
Do you still have the ability to change things, or is this
Nope.
a new character?
New character. And it's Joe Diamond, which lets me use this twice.
Nice.
And I think now's the time.
That would be the time.
So I have those, so I'm not going to re-roll those. I'm just looking for peril. I need 2 peril. I'm going to use a clue, which actually gives me 2 re-rolls. There's 1, and then I get 1 more re-roll.
Well, let's hope we can get those, because this peril has been a problem.
And now it's tricky, because now I can only actually focus 1. I have 3 of the 4 needed,
Right.
but I can only focus 1.
Well, you got a 4. You did get a 4.
Well, 3 is all I need, which can be done in 1 die.
Oh, you have one there, I
right?
didn't even see
So yeah, I think keeping one of these is better, because technically the 3 could be done with a 2 and a 1,
Yep.
whereas these you need that straight
specific,
up. So
yeah.
6 of 1, literally. All right, and then I have to discard 1. And it has to be done perfectly. I don't have any peril, so I don't get. Actually, that's focused.
I was going to say
here.
that should be there, yeah.
Yep. So I have to discard 1, and I need a perfect roll again. So that would be 2 peril. The 3, and just missing the lore.
Oh, wow.
Last chance. No.
That room is just a problem.
All right. 2 hit to my sanity, and 1 hit to my health. And I have no items left. Clock moves forward. Over to you.
Wow, this is encouraging. Not. Like, should I try this one? No, it's going to bring a monster. So I guess I do kind of have to do that one. This is unfortunate. All right.
You can lock an extra one with me in there.
That's true. I got some help.
And you're using the yellow, I take it? So
Yes, so
yeah.
this is going to be discarded.
All right. So you
What
have
do we
2
got?
perils.
So 2 perils. No
and
scroll
technically
action.
you have the 3 between 2 dice.
True.
Oh, but you don't have any rerolls anymore.
I sure don't. Which was quite handy, I must say. However, I can lock the 2 perils,
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
which is probably the way to go.
So what I would do is actually let's get rid of this room. So lock 1 here and lock 1 on the
Right.
spell. So if you do end up failing,
Then,
I'll have that on my next turn.
right. And we want to get rid of one of those. All right.
All right, looking for a lore and a 3.
Lore.
Got it.
And yeah, there it is.
Nice. Whew.
Jeez, that room
That was a
like
tough one.
torture. I'm not. Yeah, so that comes off.
Yep.
But these would finish that.
Yep.
And I get a common item.
Did you need that one? Yeah, you did.
I did,
Okay.
yes. Common item. Discard this card instead of losing 1 sanity, which I could have used last turn. And I get a spell.
Yeah, and your other spell is gone.
Oh, well, that's okay. I got something better.
Nice. A double lock.
A double lock. Lock load.
And you get the room. Phew.
Starting over again. It's something. Gate to elsewhere. Lots
And
of, yeah.
a lock goes forward.
All right. Well, we're moving, sort of.
All right, I have nothing left to work with. I'm down to 1/3 of my health, 1/2 of my sanity. This
You could
has
do
been a
that,
punishing
but it'll give
game.
us a doom.
If I fail, yeah.
But
That is a good room for Joe, though, because clues
Right.
is what he feeds off of.
there
So,
you go. That's a good one. It gives you a 2-pointer.
okay, here we go.
T.
The gate to elsewhere. At first, the portrait's colors simply seemed deeper and richer, but soon it was apparent that the facade had become a reality and the canvas had been replaced by a doorway. Dun dun dun. And it's saying that because if you do succeed at this, it actually opens an otherworld portal.
Indeed.
Okay, 6 dice. I need 3 lore. spread out over 2 different requirements. None.
Wow, that was not good.
None.
Wow.
Wow.
This is so bad. Seriously?
None.
Okay, well, you pretty much need 3 now.
Yep. 3 with 3 dice. That can be done, right? 1. And now I need 2 with 2 dice. None. Oh, boy. That's a doom token. Maybe that's the best case at this point.
It's like it's
Just finish us already. Okay, that's me.
Well then.
Clock goes forward.
I mean,
We have no midnight effects. You could go
but I
in
do
there.
have it because I do some lock and load abilities
Yeah.
here.
I'd rather finish that myself to get Joe the clues,
Right, because
but
I don't really need the
he's
clues.
having a hard time. So
But the only other option is this one, and I don't have extra dice.
no, that needs 5.
So I
in
think
order.
I think this is the easiest one for me
Go
to
for it.
do.
Sure.
Jeez. Lore. But
Nice.
that will finish the bottom too.
Yep.
Nothing else I can do with that. And lore. All the lores.
That's how it's done.
Okay. So I get 2 clues.
It'd be nice if you could trade those.
I know. And a portal. And the card.
All right, so up next we have Yugoth. I found myself in a cold, dark place. When I looked to the sky, gods. When I looked to the sky, the sun, gods. When I looked to the sky, the sun was so small, so distant, I could feel all the miles between myself and home. That is definitely a far-off land. And then a new location here in the
Oh,
Miskatonic
did you see
Museum.
that? 9.
Uh,
That's bad. But there's lots of clues. Look at that.
yeah,
You still.
but, yeah, that one is so difficult. The punishment is you get a
Ooh.
clue.
All right.
Actually, you know what? That might be where I go next. But let's do this in order. So,
Yes.
clock strikes midnight. We have no midnight effects,
Not that I can see.
but we do have this, which is a monster appears.
Lovely. And.
Do not be a cultist.
I don't
And
think
there's
there's anywhere to put them. Oh, there. Yeah.
No cultist, no cultist, no cultist.
Nope. It is a shot off.
Shoggoth. Okay. So that's the only place we can put it. Makes that room a little more difficult. Oh, and it needed 8 as well.
Uh huh. That's hard. And look though.
So 1, 2,
2
3,
elder
4,
signs.
5, 6. That needs 6 dice to complete
Yep.
it. So if you're not using any additionals,
You can't.
you
do it.
need
It's
perfect roll.
yeah. Okay, and that has been working out for us. so
Okay, so that was the midnight effect, and then the mythos effect. Keep friends close. Add 1 doom token to the doom track unless at least 1 investigator has an ally. We do not.
far. Oh, great. Wow.
That is our 7th doom token.
And there's a monster.
And a monster coming out.
Wow, this is aggressive. Oh, really? Do I have to? It's vampire. It's a vampire. Oh, lordy.
Okay.
That's a doozy.
Wow, it is. Okay. Then we've already locked this one in the basement.
Yeah, so.
Because there are no more spaces, any more of those white squares to place monsters, we get to decide which room it goes in. And you can't just keep stacking them in the same room.
Right.
Once one has one at the bottom, then you have to put one elsewhere. So it just goes to the bottom of a room. I say we throw it in the basement
Might as
and
well.
lock the door again. We are never opening that door, so we can just put that.
Yeah, there.
Yeah. All right, so that was the mythos effect. The midnight effect will be when memories fade. The next time the clock strikes midnight, each investigator must discard 1 spell if able.
Yeah, so let's try and use
So
this spell before
use
that
it or
happens.
lose it is what it comes
Yes.
down to.
Oops, sorry.
So it's over to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go into the basement.
Okay,
kidding.
don't think so. Let's stay away from anything that gives us doom tokens if we fail. That would be nice.
Well, yeah, because Doom tokens, he's released, and
That's a problem.
yes, it is. I'm not going to read what happens when he's released until it happens because it's looking like it's going to happen. So I'll let you know. I'll keep it a surprise until then, which will probably be about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, I think I should try that just because it has so many clue tokens. Even a failure gets a clue token,
Yeah, so
which
that's
would
something.
benefit Joe. So I'm going to the administration office.
That'd be nice.
There must be records in here of each transaction and odd occurrence since the museum opened. but bureaucracy can make a filing cabinet more arcane and unfathomable than any wizard's library. There we go. So I need 9. I need 9 investigations. That's going to be tough.
Do you even have clues?
I've got nothing.
Okay.
I have absolutely nothing. So that's why I think here, at least if I fail, I do get a clue out of it.
You will get something.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Seriously?
Nothing that helps me except the 3. Oh, wow. This is awful.
This has been some
I have
bad
never
rolling.
rolled this bad
I think
before.
you're doing Mandy rolls over here.
I've played this like 3 times in the last week. I've won every time. This is ridiculous.
It's because I'm here. Because
This
I
is
have
crazy.
terrible rolls every time.
So what do you think? Do I focus that and go for the 9? I might as well, right?
Yeah, well, it's exactly. And it's
Either
kinda
way,
better.
I need them, so...
Indeed.
All right.
That's the one that's going to be the doozy. There you
Ooh.
go. 369.
And I got that,
Yeah.
which I can't actually
And see,
use.
if I was doing it,
I
yeah.
could, yeah.
But
Okay.
I still think that's the way to go.
So, whew, that's 9.
Now you got to roll
I
that.
just need one
Oh,
one
come
lore.
on.
One lore. I'm in the records room.
Unbelievable.
Okay, discard 1. I need 1 lore. Discard 1. I need 1 lore. Oh, 1 lore.
That was
Woo!
ridiculous.
Okay. Sigh of relief there.
I think it's like the only roll we've actually gotten
Yeah.
where what we wanted. We
Happy
got.
days. All right, I
Oh.
get 2 clues, and that's exactly what Joe feeds off of.
That's funny.
I get 1 trophy
Hey.
and a new room, the gift
Oh,
shop.
boy.
Clock goes forward. Over to you.
No
Ooh.
pressure there. All right. I guess I'm on the hunt for. I should probably do a room that's slightly not too hard, but I can lock 2.
And you're going to lose that spell by midnight anyway.
Correct. So which one shall we do? I could attempt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, well, no, we have 6 dice. That's pretty tight.
Okay, let's look at the other way. Which ones should you not do? This one we can never open
No.
because defeating the cultist
It's game over.
Defeating the cultist is it losing an elder sign? Or is it gaining?
I thought we get a doom. Or I thought. When do we lose Elder Sign? When
Let me
we
confirm.
die.
Yes, no matter what monster
Right.
you're up against, when you die,
Right.
you gain a doom token.
I don't remember his particular.
But with Yig, if you defeat a cultist
Yes.
or basically die, you also lose an elder sign.
Oh, there we
Okay,
go.
so
So
that
we-
wouldn't be game over, but
But
it
it would
would
be
be
good.
our last elder sign. So ideally, we don't go there, and a failure there does.
It does. So
mean
we
we're
can't
done.
really do that.
And a failure here means we're done. So that leaves us with
That one.
not this. So here, or the really difficult there.
Yeah, with 8.
Yeah.
No.
So
I
that
don't
needs
have,
3 dice.
yeah,
3, 4,
I
5, 6.
don't have enough dice to do that.
Yeah. So you're left with these 3.
That's probably.
That's in order, so that's really tough.
This
And
is
it brings a
probably-
monster.
That's probably the one to
Wow.
go with. I think that's the one.
All right.
This is the one. All right.
Vermin in the pipes.
Let's see. Can I read it from here? Large. What does it say? Flats. Occasionally wander into the museum.
Rats.
Rats. My goodness.
Yeah, this is vermin in the pipes. So
yeah,
yes.
that makes sense. Drawn by the impending chaos, or just the impending.
It's no
chaos.
longer impending. This is chaos. Yeah, it's happening.
Very
this is real.
true. All right. Let's take a gander at what I've rolled here. Nothing good.
So you need 3, and you need 3 with a pair.
Right, because the only way, and that's too many dice, in my opinion, to do that.
Well, the other way to look at it is if you don't do that, you're
Yeah.
going to discard 1 anyway.
True, so might as
So
well.
you might as well use it. Yeah.
And I was saying with my ability, I can complete more. That's not an option. Yeah.
So at least this way you don't have to spend
Sure.
a die to roll again. So
Really though? Like that's the best I can do? So either lock that one.
no, that doesn't do any
It
good. You
doesn't-
could use the clues.
Oh, I forgot I had clues.
Yeah.
Whoa, what's going on here? What do we got? A 3.
You got a 3.
Sweet.
And 2
yeah,
twos.
so I can finish all of these.
So this is the exception again. Normally you can only complete 1 task per roll, but now that Mandi is playing Amanda Sharp, she can complete as many
Oh,
as she
well
has
then.
actually rolled successfully.
So I gained another clue and 2 common items, which are great.
Wow, nice.
This is, I'm going to lose it, but it's really not that serious.
Yep. Well, you still have one more turn before
Sure.
midnight, so that's all right.
You're welcome. Oh, Tulsa, good evening.
Tulsa,
It was
good to see
so
you.
quiet. We're like, where is everyone? You're missing all the fun. We're pretty much on the brink of death. We'll
Yeah.
try and pull it
Yeah,
back.
this has gone horribly wrong. All right, and you get the room as
Yes,
well.
thank you.
And new room comes in.
Creeping up towards an elder sign,
The
maybe.
clock moves forward. All right, so yes, you did get some good items there. A
Yeah.
yellow and
And
a
yellow
and
and
red.
So that was pretty good. This room looks, well, that 8 is a big one.
So I did gain a couple clues on that last one with the miracle roll with 1 die left.
So those joining us, we are playing it. Technically, I feel this is an easier one.
It hasn't been treating us like
But
an easier
it's
one.
been rough.
Yeah. Ah, boy.
Let's see. Rain 86. Of the people I have seen play online, I have yet to see this game go well. No, seriously. Even on the app, I am absolutely terrible.
I'm normally not.
Really?
The
No,
app,
I
I have a winning record, and I won 3 times this past week getting
It's
ready
me.
for this.
I was
And,
away for 2 weeks.
yeah,
I come back,
Yeah.
and I've now cast my bad dice rolls on the game.
Note to self: never go to a casino with men.
Yeah, no, probably not wise. Elder Sign. I love Elder Sign. Actually, it's one of my first games that I ever bought.
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah. All right.
So yes, we've determined not that, not that, not that. We've locked some monsters in the basement. We are not opening that door. That brings out a monster, so that's not good. So it's going to be we're down to those 2, aren't
Yeah, and this one is high, but this
we?
one, this one you have to do in order. But I think this one is still more attainable. But you're
Yeah.
really only getting the 1 item.
Well, I have 0 items, so that's one more
a
than
step toward
0.
what you need to do.
I think I'll do that.
You have to be able to roll well, so you were doomed from the start. Exactly. That's more for me.
All right. So,
Although to be fair, you have been rolling pretty bad.
oh yeah, this is the worst I have ever rolled. It's
Oh,
crazy,
it's so bad.
and I'm already drinking the hard stuff. I'd go straight to the hard stuff now if I could, but I'm already there.
So if anybody's going to Dice Tower Con, I will be at Dice Tower Con, and you're more than welcome to join me for a game of Elder Sign. I don't mind. Maybe I can win.
Make sure to give her some luck that she can then bring back here, please. Please. All right, so I'm going to do the gift shop. I noticed that the shop was decorated with artifacts that could not be accommodated in the exhibits. The clerk seemed to read my mind as I studied them and assured me they were all quite genuine.
Right.
And I'm sure not creepy at all. Okay, so the first thing I need, because this does need to be completed in order, 3 investigations.
Which I think you did.
3 investigations.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Now, yeah.
Nothing we can do here,
Nope,
right?
I
It
forgot
would be
you
nice
have
to use
nothing.
that spell,
Yeah.
but I've got nothing.
You
so
don't have it.
all I have is clues, and that doesn't help me right now because I can only resolve the 1. So next I need lore and 3.
Yes.
Lore and 2.
Oh, come on.
I'm going to use a clue. I want to make sure I
would.
finish
We
this.
need
So
to lock this down.
I am playing Joe Diamond right now, which means a clue gets me 2 rerolls.
The game can be brutal, lots of fun. I enjoy hard cooperative games.
There
well,
we go.
you're in for a treat next week then.
There's lore and 3. So I did finish the room.
Next week? No, it's in 2 weeks, I think.
Next week is supposed to be automobiles if I get the expansion in time.
Yeah.
The week after would then be
Lost Expedition.
Right.
So if you like co-op and you like Le Pollu or the Grizzled, you will really enjoy the game. It is hard.
that may become next week though if I don't get the expansion for automobiles in time.
So we'll keep you guys posted.
We'll see. So that room is completed. That's 1 more trophy, and that gets me a rare,
Okay,
which
but it gives
is
you-
a red. So
yeah.
that's nice. That did get me something good.
I need to do
New room
that.
comes in.
Oh, terror. Lose 1 stamina.
Unnatural habitat. All right, and that moves forward.
Okay, so with all that happening, what can I do? What can I
So,
do?
Just going to double check. What was the midnight effect here? Next time it strikes midnight, each investigator must discard a spell if able. Right, so that purple one is
Going to be, yeah.
This
So
is safe,
maybe
that's
I
good.
should do something difficult because I have lots of stuff.
Mhm.
So what do... I really would
If you want to go difficult,
I mean, I would have liked to have done that, but it's crazy.
yeah, that's too difficult.
No, that's a little too much.
I'm thinking this.
But we can't do that one.
That would mean we'd lose this.
Or I go here and do that and get an out. Oh, no.
No,
If I
that we
fail-
don't want.
Yeah.
Oh, but that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Although
So,
that only. No, it's fine.
but we're chancing it.
Okay, what do you have? You've got...
Earthbound Nate. Nice setup. Thank you. We're working on some other stuff, so hopefully we'll have the camcorder up and running, and it'll be even better on the overhead view. So.
We try and improve every single feed.
So cross your fingers for next week that happens. But thank you.
Well, okay, let's put it this way. This is no good.
YOLO. Exactly.
These three...
Yes. We can't.
Well, these three are going to remain like that unless we do something about it, right? It would be nice to get a fresh room in. This one, definitely not.
It's crazy.
That is the basement. It's locked.
If I fail this, we're a little screwed.
Yes.
Oh, I love board game themes. Yay! Streams, excuse me.
1, 2, 3, 4,
like
5.
them too.
Up to you.
Go for it.
Up to you.
I mean, I can do it, but I'm just warning you right now. I mean, I could definitely add.
Okay, if you're not doing it now, because you're losing this, right?
Right.
At midnight, you lose.
So I might as well go for it because.
So if you're not doing these, I think those are pretty much done for the rest of the game. We are not going to make it in.
But this would be a good one. We will get a monster. However, that's a lot of good stuff.
It is.
Or I can just. I mean, we might as well take advantage of this. That's the one I was kind of looking at.
Go for it. Go there.
All right. So forgotten knowledge. Okay, so don't laugh. I'm horrible at reading these. The writing is worse than doctor's writing.
It's a tough text on there.
It felt as if the mysterious author of these crumbling parchments knew what was to befall me and was desperately trying to help me from beyond the grave. Ooh, and I actually read it without any stumbling.
You have somebody that's trying to help you. Sure, it's from beyond the grave, but at least trying to help you, right?
Sure. So wait now. Do we want to use any of the extra dice? I'm thinking I might have to with that 8. Should we use both or just the yellow?
I say both.
All right.
Because you're looking at minimum 5 dice. Minimum 5 to complete that.
And the way I roll...
You got this.
Okay. Do I really, though? No.
Well, you're nowhere near the 8, that's for sure.
But
Sure.
So I have...
But there's not even anything worth locking.
There's the 2 scrolls? No, there isn't, because I could just use that right away. Yeah. So I can use that to do that.
No, you're over here.
To do that.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't have what I need.
No, I'd say that's fine. Now let's go for the bottom one.
So do I clue it, or do I don't want to lose anything?
Well, no, if you clue it, you don't get to complete that yet. You could, because you do have the ability to.
That's right. Like I could clue it and then complete everything at the same time, or just decide, meh, because I have that ability.
Yep. I like using clues when you have the most dice possible to use. Which would be right. Now. So what you could do, not even save a scroll at this point, not even save a lore. Reroll everything, because the hardest thing here is that 8, and try and go for as big a number as you can. Odds are, out of all of those 8, you're going to roll another scroll anyway.
No, he just jinxed me. No.
No, I didn't.
No. So you're
already. I cannot jinx you any more than you're already jinxed.
If I don't roll a scroll now. Yeah, 1 scroll.
You only need 1 scroll. That's fine.
But wait now. Do I have the 8?
Yes. See? Done.
All right.
And so you have that.
2.
You have it
4,
all.
7, 8.
And she thought I was jinxing her.
Yes.
You cannot be any more jinxed than you're already jinxed.
So I did do it. I'm not going to put it all on the card because it's a lot.
Yep.
So I do get, wow.
Whew.
That was a little too much excitement for me. So I get 2 spells. Oh, wow. This is quite the assortment. After rolling, discard to change 1 die to the result of your choice. That's Voice of Ra.
That's very nice.
Find gate. Discard to draw 1 other world card and place it below the 6 adventure cards.
Okay.
And I also receive a common item. Discard this card instead of losing 1 stamina, which I think I have for sanity. And that would be it. So that happens. So 2, 4, 6, 7.
Nobody watching can hear that?
Yeah.
Thunder just struck outside. Perfect. Perfect nice ambiance for this, yes.
Exactly.
Okay. New room.
Oh boy. We locked a green die.
Oh, we do lock a green. Okay.
Wow, maybe I shouldn't have used that card.
We do lock a green.
Did we move the clock?
Not yet.
Okay.
Just about to, but technically it's still your turn.
So, with that being said...
You're going to lose a spell.
Sure.
Right? Once the clock strikes midnight, you will lose a spell.
I can do this. Discard to draw one other world and place it below the 6.
And I'm kind of like, I like having another option because we're running out of
I would agree.
usable
so
rooms.
let's do that. I'm going to lose one anyway.
And
so.
it is another world, or is it just another
No,
room?
other world card.
It is an other world. Okay.
Yes.
So that will come into play. The Plateau of Ling.
Okay.
Not an easy one.
Ah, and there's a...
And succeeding brings a Doom token, which we can't do.
Oh, wow, this is sad.
Yeah, we can't do that one.
Super sad.
Well, you know what it is, though? It's a way that we can hide another monster.
Sure.
If we're not going to do that room, it doesn't matter if we throw a
Get
monster
rid of
in
it.
there. So that's okay.
All right.
Okay, and then I'll move the clock forward then.
All right.
And now, if you have a spell, you must discard one.
So I'm assuming this,
I think
or
so.
that's the best one, I think.
Because
the
that
other
is
one,
basically a wild,
yeah,
which can be great.
which is what we need.
Yeah.
In the event that we have a difficult room, especially.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so now we look at the next Mythos event. A winding trail. Add 1 Doom token to the Doom track unless at least one investigator has a clue token. We both do.
Good. Whoa.
To bring forth horrors. The next time the clock strikes midnight, a monster appears.
Okay.
Not bad, because we can ditch it over here.
Yes, that's true. All right.
Okay, so it's over to me.
Yes, it is. What are we doing?
Well, what we're doing is
Well, you know.
riding a fine line is what we're doing.
We can do that one. That'll give us an elder sign.
And a monster.
Yeah, but we can toss it over there.
We're getting one there.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, there's that,
Yeah.
and it's pretty simple.
Monster.
But there's a
monster.
terror, so you
Wow.
might as well do that one. Because it would be... Yeah.
I'm going to take terror effects now. I don't have that ability
Oh, that's
anymore.
right. I forgot.
Yeah. We've been through multiple characters trying to get through this.
Yes.
I started with who was it? Kate, who does not have to suffer any terror effects, and that was a great ability to have. But I lost Kate,
Kate
so I
is
don't have
gone.
that ability anymore.
Well, we also need to unlock that.
That's true.
But it will give us a monster if you succeed.
That's true as well.
But
yeah,
the die is kind of
having
important.
a green locked is bad news.
It's a problem.
So, needing 3 perils on 5 dice, I don't like that. I think I'm going to use the red
I
to
would
do it.
highly recommend that.
Yeah.
You got it? Okay.
So I'll do that. So I'm going to get the red one as well. All peril, all the time. There's
That's
2.
a pretty decent roll, though.
That's a start.
Yep.
So I get to go again. And there's
And
one.
look at that.
Done.
Booyah.
All right.
Green
So we
is
get the green
locked.
back, and I get the room. Did you hear that?
Ooh.
I get a spell.
I guess you're going to have to do a little shuffle action.
I get a rare item, and I get a monster.
Ghoul. Ooh. It's not bad, actually.
How not bad.
2. Investigation.
Okay, I'll shuffle well.
So it can go there.
Actually, I guess we only have the 2 options.
That's right. I don't
I'd
think
like to save that for a more difficult one.
so. Maybe we can just do that.
Yeah.
I think that's wise. And then this is going to put a new...
Actually, we don't even have to decide until that comes out. So
True.
let's see that we might even have another spot there.
Which we sure don't.
We do. Okay, that's fine.
And this one has a tear. Oh boy, there's a tear on that one too. Oh well then. Monsters and all kinds of goodies. All right. So we're at me, and
Yep.
we need to push that forward.
Clock goes forward.
All right. What do we need to do here? I do have the extra die, and then I do have this after rolling to discard to change 1 die to the result of your choice.
Yeah, so that's a wild.
Mm-hmm. Ugh.
Maybe getting,
Yeah, I'm
getting
thinking
rid of
that might be good. I will, if I roll a terror, I lose a stamina, but I'm pretty full up, so we will do the unnatural habitat.
Okay.
I cannot abide, I cannot abide these stuffed beasts. Stand too close, and their claws catch me. Watch them to, I don't know what that says. To something. Keenly? Yes. Watch them too keenly, and their glass eyes follow me. Woo-hoo. Okay.
It's a fun museum to be in.
Yeah, apparently. All right, so I will use my yellow die, or do I really need to?
I think so.
All right.
Just to be sure.
I know I'm being cheap. I don't want to use my cards.
We need to get some wins under our belt here.
Oh, I rolled a terror. Look at that.
That's okay. You can get a success. You don't suffer the terror
Right.
as long as you get a success. So
All right, so
you don't have any peril.
I don't
so
have any
that
peril.
is the only success. But you do that, you don't have to suffer the terror,
which is nice.
and you get to go again.
And I get to do that. Yes. Oh, thank you.
Yep.
No, I'm still. Oh,
Nope, you're
but
good. Yep. You got this.
Yeah. So why can't I would have to use this?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna
Because
say.
if you don't,
yeah.
you're
oh, no,
going to
no.
suffer the terror.
I'm gonna be. It'll be a problem. So I would
Yep.
just change that to that,
Mhm.
and then I have the 3 here.
There you go.
So that'll finish that off, which gets me a spell. Okay, that's nice. Kind of lock that for later,
And monsters defeated.
which is a 1. How am I at? 2, 4, 6. I'm at 8.
Okay, and
Which
the
is
room
nice.
is defeated.
And the room, so that makes it 9 actually.
Okay.
1 more, and I can purchase an elder sign.
And the clock goes
Key
forward.
to the beyond. Oh, jeez, what's with all the terror?
All right, I'm just going to flip that over so
Yes,
we can
thank
see
you.
the value
We're
on it.
clinging.
Yeah.
Literally.
This is all uphill now. All right. What's next? I think both of those are pretty much a no-go. No, no, no. I don't want to do that one because that's in order and needs at least 4 dice to complete it and has a terror effect, but
You
it's
have-
the least punishing in terms of
That's right.
a loss, and it also gets me 2 clues, which I need.
That suffering terror rule is rough. I often forget about it. Oh, I know, me
Mm.
too. I was actually making it harder on myself
Yeah.
when I first started playing. I'm like, oh, every time I roll when I get one. No,
No. If you succeed,
you're
you're
good.
fine. It's only when you fail.
Right.
I think that's the way for me to go.
I would. It's the easiest one.
The key to beyond. The stone rested above the doorway to an ancient temple's inner chamber. 3 men died in the process of prying it loose.
Oh,
I can do it
Rain
myself.
86.
No problem.
Now have thunder here. Get the ambiance, even if I can't hear it from there. But
Nice.
that's been the Great Lakes region all weekend.
Yeah.
Well, I had to visit New York. Unfortunately, it was for a funeral. Wasn't happy, but it was so sunny. And then I heard you guys were just having tons of rain.
Yeah, yesterday we had major thunderstorms, and I went
Yeah.
out running in one of them where it was just torrential. I
Torrential.
did a
Ugh.
9K run with I was soaked and thunder booming all around me, and that gets you going. That
my
that gets the adrenaline going for sure. That was actually a really great run. I loved it. I live for that. Okay, so here we go. These, and I'm taking a red. I need to make sure of this.
Okay. Get her done.
So the first thing is I need 3 investigations,
Which you
which I have.
have.
That
no
is
problem.
done. And
You do have a couple perils, so you need a lore, a peril, and a 2 investigation.
I think I might save one. I don't know. What do you think? If I
That-
don't lock one, I'm
yeah.
going to have to re-roll all
Everything,
of those.
and then your chances of getting, at least if you have 1 down, and you still have a clue, keep in mind. I'm more inclined to keep it, but
Like, lock it?
yes.
Okay. So I need lore and 2. Lore, 3. Done.
Look, see?
That. Boom.
What's this now?
right.
Water level of Ontario is so high right now. It's ridiculous, and it just keeps getting worse.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Yeah, a lot of our bike paths have been shut down because of all the flooding that's been happening.
Earthbound 118 in Phoenix. Yikes. Oh, wow.
So that gets me 2 clues, which is great for Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And an other worlds, which is more options. Relay, which, whoa,
It'll get us a ton of elder signs if we finish it.
the win on this, the benefit is an ally and 3 elder signs, which is fantastic. But if you fail in the attempt, you suffer 2 sanity, 2 hits to your sanity and 2 hits to your stamina.
I would totally try that.
Let's get to a point that we
Sure.
can actually succeed at that.
Well, I need, need some stuffs.
Like I'm doing well
Oh.
here with Joe having 3.
This is my least favorite card of this game.
yeah.
I don't like his smarmy face.
The curator.
I do not like anything he has to say because it's bad.
It's not too awful if you're playing as the guy that I just killed very quickly.
Okay, just killed.
Harvey Walters. That was my second character in this game, where you can change the terror results to lore. because that card needs 4 lore. So having Harvey is
Oh.
great, but I already killed him off.
We just
so.
need to get rid of that card. His face annoys
But
me.
yeah,
with this card.
and it's also annoying because it has the midnight effect. Each investigator must either spend 2 trophies or lose 1 sanity and 1 stamina. And that's going to happen every midnight.
Smarmy. That is my
Yes.
word for the curator.
Yes. And that's going to happen unless you complete that right now.
Yeah, well, I can try it. I almost feel like I should just do that one. But I can do this one. I do have this, which allows me to... Oh, I think I spent that last round when I changed the die.
Yes, you did.
I
That's
did.
right.
I forgot to remove that. So that was done last time.
So what are the other ones?
So I can lock and then discard this card and losing a sanity and discard this card instead of losing a stamina. That's why I was
Okay.
kind of looking at that one. Because at least that can offset it.
Yeah. But this means we lose trophies
Right,
every time.
which we kind of need to deal with.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And we do get an Elder Sign out of the deal, so...
And this is harder. That
Yes.
needs 6 dice. That only needs 5.
And I don't have my additional dice. So you know what? I can give this one a roll, give it a go. Everything else is... be
is there anything
difficult.
that's easier? Not really.
And other stuff is giving us bad things. Monster
Yeah.
here, monster there.
Okay, up to you. That one or that one. It's up to you. That one needs 1 less die.
One less
And-
die, but look at what it needs.
Well, sure, it's the same thing though. It's
Really? The assortment is a bit better here.
sure.
You think that's easier?
Odds-wise, 5 dice is better than needing 6. Right?
True. I just don't think that's going to happen.
1 and 6 is the same as 1 and 6.
All right.
And getting rid of the midnight effect would be better.
That is true.
You got this.
Yeah.
You do got this. Oh man, you got this.
That's fantastic. 3, but then I need...
Now you need 1 more and
No,
a
I didn't
3.
roll those, yeah. So... Oh, boy. All
Nothing-
right.
nothing worth
But I do have
walking away.
clues, so
Yep.
I can roll this.
Yep.
And get absolute... Well, I got the
No,
3,
you got the 3.
which is good, but now I need the... I can spend this to re-roll these two.
Yep.
Oh, come on.
So that's not technically on there
Sorry,
yet.
but
just so
coming,
Yep.
hopefully.
hopefully.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
I got rid of one, so...
So you can now you can focus.
But I can focus that one, so it's... yeah.
Yep.
There.
Don't need the spell for that.
Okay, come on.
Lore. Peril. So close, man. That was a great starting roll with 3 of those.
Unbelievable. Yeah, okay. That was depressing.
Yep.
2 hits. Although I could just do that, but I'm saving that for that. Yeah.
Either way.
Doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay. Well, that was sad.
All right. Good try. So clock strikes midnight, and
What am I losing?
well, we'll do this first. So
Yes.
each investigator either loses 2 trophies or a stamina and a sanity. Now you are at 2, 4, 6, and 3 is 9. Oh,
Yeah, I would rather lose it here.
Go ahead.
Or I could discard these.
That's true. Do it. Might as well.
Done.
So I need to make the same decision. I'm only at 5, and I've only got 2 of each. I think the decision is quite simple.
I would say so.
I will lose this.
Is it a total of 2 or 2 trophies?
Over here. Spend 2 trophies. Spend 2 trophies.
That's an interesting wording.
Well,
So
you
does
know
that
what?
mean-
I'll just do this.
Yeah, let's
so
just
that
make
we don't
it easier.
even have
Yeah.
to worry about it.
That's a good question, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, if you don't have any 1s,
Yeah,
and you
you're-
have to start throwing 2s away, that
Ooh, that's bad.
smarmy, exactly.
That's my word. Smarmy.
Yeah, he could be a used salesman for sure.
Oh,
A used car
look
salesman.
at this. I can't look at his face. It annoys me.
Hello. Okay,
All
so
right.
yes, and then that was just him. That was his midnight effect. Now, a monster appears.
Oh, how special. All right, and it's a Biaki? Biaki? Biaki?
If it's hard to pronounce, it's probably not good.
Yeah, it's a 2. Biaki.
What does it need, though?
No, it's not bad. It's a choice of either a lore or a terror. It's not horrible. So we've got
Then-
there.
Like we're not going into this room, because a success gets us the last.
So you want to
Doom
save that
token.
for a really hard one.
Yeah, exactly. So
So
I'm thinking
there.
here doesn't make this any more difficult, right?
Not really.
Because it gives us an option.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Okay.
All right, so then we look at the next Mythos event,
Yikes.
and we have the stars align.
Oh, great. Are we dead?
Might as well be. Add
Oh.
1 Doom token to the Doom track.
Okay. Well, let's just, all right, here we
So,
go.
1 Doom to the Doom track.
That is the last Doom
That
token.
is the last one. Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to make sure I'm doing this in the right order. So,
So for those joining us, we actually did have a nice start-ish.
an okay start. And then it just went downhill so fast. Okay. After placing a Doom token on the final space of the Doom track, the Ancient One awakens. Immediately after the Ancient One awakens, discard the current Mythos card.
Yep.
So these are all gone. If any dice are locked by adventure cards, other world cards, or monster markers when the Ancient One awakens, remove those dice from the game. There's no
We
locked
do
dice.
not have that.
That's good. Then discard all adventure cards, other world cards, and monsters from the play area. So, this is all gone,
Other world cards.
right?
Monsters or the cards? I thought it was just the monsters.
All adventure cards,
Yeah.
other world cards, and monsters. Yeah, so these
Yeah.
are all gone.
That is correct.
And these are
Yep.
in here, and that is in there. Sorry.
Yep, that's okay.
Monsters are gone. Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
No, it is not, because I know what's coming up next here, but I'm going to carry on with this first so that people can see the proper order. Then the players move their investigator markers to the Ancient One card. So now Yig has been released. We did not seal the portal.
Mm-hmm.
Yig has been released. We're sitting there, and it won't be for long. Unless the investigator is devoured, players cannot move their investigator markers from this card for the rest of the game. So we're stuck there fighting him. If the Ancient One awakens during a player's turn, the player immediately proceeds to the clock phase of his turn. This was done on the clock phase when we struck midnight. And if a player places the final Doom token as a result of an investigator receiving rewards or penalties, he receives all of the rewards or penalties before the Ancient One awakens. But again, this was midnight effect, so that's fine. If an effect awakens the Ancient One before the Doom track is full, place Doom tokens on all remaining empty spaces of the Doom track. But again, it was midnight effect.
There, exactly.
So you would then go on to battle the Ancient One, but we're not going to get a chance to. Because Yig's ability says that when Yig awakens, each investigator must lose 1 common item, 1 unique item, and 1 spell, or be devoured. All I have is a spell.
All I have is a spell.
We're done. We don't even get to try and we don't even get to defeat Yig, or even try and go up against him. Which,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, probably would have been a death anyway. But we don't even get to try. He just
Yeah.
jump. Done.
That was the biggest
That's it.
struggle. Wow. That was a
I can't
doozy.
remember the last time I lost this game.
Oh
That
no,
is
I lose it on the regular,
ridiculous.
and I lose it to him all the time.
Ridiculous. Awful.
That's crazy.
All right. Well, there you go. We tried.
So that was a, I guess, I don't know what you'd call that. It's not a Thursday. It's going to be like it's a throwback Thursday, but, you know, it's a favorite. But, yeah, I was hoping for a win tonight. Apparently that was not in the cards. Literally not in the cards.
Or the dice.
Or the dice,
It's
for that
mostly
matter.
not in the dice. Yeah.
Sure,
But we were
sure.
getting some tough rooms there.
We were
too.
getting some really hard cards.
There were, of the 6, there were 3 that we weren't even going to touch. They didn't have, even the benefits were detriments at that point.
Right.
It's, if you win this, oh, you take a monster. If you win this, oh, you get a Doom. Well, then I don't want to win that. Yeah.
So this game, I mean, like I said, I bought it early on. You know where I first saw this game? I saw it with a friend, and then I was watching Tabletop, and I was like, oh, this looks fun. Let's try this. And then I saw Dice, and I said, I'm probably going to be really horrible at it, but meh, let's give it a whirl.
Confirmed.
Exactly, and you all saw it. So, but overall, I mean, it's luck based. Come on, we all know that, and a bit of pusher luck as well, element in there. But it's cooperative. It's fun. I mean, it's not meant to be. Some people take this super seriously. If that's the case, then you might as well go play Arkham Horror or Eldritch Horror. You know, it's fun. It's the lighter of the grouping.
But ultimately, anything that is mythos, like in the Cthulhu mythos, is about horrors. It's about dying. I saw a great meme. It's not whether you win or lose. It's how much fun you have losing.
Exactly.
Because you're not going to win. It's how much fun you have losing.
I mean,
that's exactly
the
it.
name of the channel is To Die for Games. As you can tell, I enjoy horror, so I like that aspect.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, see, tabletop, right? And it looked like they had so much fun playing it. I'm like, who doesn't want it? I think I really overpaid for it at the time, but you know.
I think this was one of my first purchases as well. I can't even remember when I got my copy.
It's been a while. Like my
but
corners are worn. Like I've played it a lot.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, I think it's a fun game. And I mean, the rules are I find the rules a little funny though in some spots. And it's very odd to me that the app is slightly different in some aspects. But I'm assuming it's just the way that it's configured that it had to be played like that.
Yeah. Make it a little more streamlined on the app.
Right,
probably.
right. But yeah, but overall, it's a game that, I mean, I still play it, and it's kind of inched over to the should I sell pile because I've had it for so long, and then I'm like, no, I can't do it because I really like it.
This would never go from my collection. Then again, I have never sold a game in my collection, which is why I have no room left in my collection. But yeah, no, this one definitely wouldn't go. It's a game that might sit for a long time, but then once I bring it out to play, I end up playing a few games in a row because I remember how much I do enjoy it. Yeah,
so it does remind you of that. I do tend to play the app a little bit more, just for time purposes, but I still enjoy it. So overall for me, it's still a keeper. Still a keeper. I haven't played the expansions. Rain86, I have a shelf of games I do not play, but I'm a pack rat and I can't let them go.
I'm the exact same way. I try not to let my shelf of shame get too high in terms of the unplayed games. But I'd say if I had to ballpark it, 15% are maybe unplayed of the 300 or so that are out there. So
that's not bad.
I don't think that's horrible.
No.
I'm trying to get through them. It's a matter of time for some of them and getting the right number of people and so on. But speaking of unplayed, so this is one of the expansions. This is the Unseen Forces expansion. Unplayed. It's been opened. It has some more dice, has more locations. I will probably want to get that to the table soon now that I've played again and
revived it.
Itching to go. Yeah.
Rain86, your percentage is better than mine.
Okay.
I think I'm doing pretty well. I don't have as many games as you, but I have anybody who listened to the Rolling Dice and Taking Names podcast I did a few months ago will know as soon as the game gets a little dusty for me, I kind of have to contemplate, does it need to go? So yeah, I tend to get rid of mine if they're not being
pile
played.
Them on top of each other, and all those games underneath the pile can't get dusty, right?
I don't have room. So there you go. So that was Elder Sign.
That was.
Good times as always.
That was.
And next week, if you're joining us, I hope you guys join us, guys and gals and others. We're looking at, let's see, a big board game collection just means you are serious. What?
Quite.
I just don't have room. I have a big house, but I just... Yeah.
Anybody that's come to play here knows that I actually have overflow locations as well. Like I've got a stack of Rum and Bones sitting over there. I've got a huge stack of Conan in one hallway. Another big stack of Rum and Bones in the corner of another hallway because that's all overflow that just doesn't fit in the shelves. So yes, exactly. So yes, next week, if I have ordered the new expansion to Automobiles, which is in the AEG line of trains, planes, and automobiles games. So there is there's 3 maps that are coming out with the new expansion for Automobiles, 3 new racetracks, 2 of which are actually 2-player specific. So I'm looking forward to trying the 2-player specific map. So if that does come in time, that's going to be next week's game.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't come in time,
it will be the Lost Expedition. So for those of you who like the cooperative games, looking for something a little tough, so like the Grizzle, this will be a fun one for you. I've played it solo. We're going to play it a few more times cooperatively and see how it goes, but it's hard, but I really enjoyed it. So Tulsa likes your style, and they double as a place to set your beer.
Absolutely. or cognac if you're playing a game that makes you get into the stuff that's a little harder.
Sure.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for what game we're going to play next week. It will really just depend on if we get that expansion or not, and we have some really big games coming up, some that I think you'll be very, very interested in. So we'll keep those for a surprise, though.
Yeah, we haven't done a large game in a bit, but
yeah, we're inching up to do at least 3 in a row, big ones. So we just haven't had the time, and I've been sick. So now I'm back in action.
Yes.
All right. So I think that's it, unless there's anything you wanted to add.
No, I think we covered it all.
All right.
Hopefully we gave a good example, definitely not of how to win, but at least how the game flows and how it plays.
I was a little rusty, forgot a few rules there,
Yeah.
but I picked it up as we go. That's what happens when you get lazy and play the app, you just forget stuff. But remembered in the end. So if you guys want to get a hold of me, to Die For Games, the number 2 Die For Games at gmail.com. I am also on YouTube under To Die For Games, T-O Die For Games. And on Facebook, I'm also on Instagram, Board Gaming Pinup Girl. I'm on Twitter, the Board Gamer Pinup Girl. And I also contribute to the Dice Tower.
And I am on Instagram as Pawlom, P-A-W-L-O-M, and Twitter is Pawlom21. And all videos get uploaded to the To Die For Games YouTube channel. So I should have this up tomorrow, as long as everything's gone all right. And please feel free to leave comments there as well. I did do a solo game while Mandi was gone at Origins, and you will be gone again for, well, multiple
Well, I'll be gone for Dice
cons.
Tower Con, but
Yeah.
I will be here for the stream. So it's middle of the week, and then I'm back
Okay.
on the Sunday. So the only one would be Gen Con, would be
Okay.
the next big one.
So if anybody is interested in more solo games, let me know, and I
Yeah.
might do that again. I was a little hesitant to do a solo game, but once I got into the play, then I was in my comfort
good.
zone, and I was all right. So if anybody does want more of those, let us know, and I might do that. I might do that again.
Tulsa, you were supposed to win? Yeah, I don't ever expect that. Apparently he does.
I do expect that. I might have to play this again tomorrow to get the win and make
Oh,
myself feel a little
jeez.
better. Yeah. Otherwise, there's no sleep. Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome, Isaac. So hopefully you'll join us. We're here every Monday, 8 p.m. unless,
Thank you.
you know, I'm away, but you'll do a solo if people are interested. So thanks so much for joining. I was worried that people weren't going to come in because it was so quiet. But
Except for the thunder outside.
I know. it
Nicely
started getting
thematic.
creepy. So that's it, and we'll see you guys next week. It might be a surprise as to what we're doing, but it's either
It's either automobiles if the maps come in, or
The Lost Expedition.
and
So.
that's going to be swapped. So that's basically the next 2 weeks of games.
Aw.
Just depends on the order if the maps come in.
So Tulsa said the solo stream went well. I thought so too. He
Thank
was
you.
really worried I was away, and he's like, but I thought it went really, really well.
Thank you.
So you should do another one.
All right.
All right, there you go. All right, everyone. Good night, and
All
we'll
right.
see you next week.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.